My hair is really like it's like a helmet.
Well, it actually looks kind of movie star ready, I would say.
Oh,
You could play kind of a badass with that hair, like, with a gun and stuff, like threatening
actually, I'm
people.
working on a new impression. I'm going to do it for you at the end.
Okay. So what, now usually we haven't seen each other in a few days. So what's been going on with you? You always
my
have
weekend,
some weird thing happened.
I'm still doing my tour. I was in Spokane this weekend. Beautiful crowd. I stayed at the hotel right next to it. And so every single person in that hotel was at the show. I'm walking around. Oh my God, your show is unbelievable. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Genius, blah, blah. Best show in my life.
Better than anyone else. Blah,
yeah,
blah.
Whatever.
Bill Burr, no, you're the best.
Blah, blah. Everyone else is horrible. Blah, blah. So whatever. I don't even remember. But I remember that part. Yeah. So anyway, someone goes, you know, from Spokane, big star Sydney Sweeney. I go, oh yeah, she's a big star. Oh, she's from here? She isn't really shocking. Everyone's from somewhere. And you know that girl, she's on Euphoria.
Okay.
She's a big deal. She's in 2 movies out right now. So I said, oh great. Yeah. And then Bobby's downstairs with some guys, and they're like,
your opener.
My opener, Bobby Mimoda, and they said, oh, we love soccer. You talk about it in your act. By the way, his sister's a big star here. And he goes, oh. And then he kept saying it. So he finally goes, who? Sydney Sweeney. How do you like them apples? And he's like, she is a big star. So I go to the airport and I go to the driver.
He literally said, how do you like them apples?
Yeah. And that's a good way to, let him know like I wasn't bullshitting.
Okay.
And I say to the driver, I heard his bullshit about Sydney Sweeney. He goes, oh yeah, I did a play with her. And I'm like, by the way, I'm sure the play business is big up in,
Spokane, Washington.
Spokane outskirts, yeah. So I said, oh, great. So I get on my flight, and the lady from United is like, blah, blah. I heard the show is great, blah, blah, whatever. And then she goes, oh, you know who's on your flight? Sydney Sweeney. I go, I can't hear more about this girl. So I get on, and lo and behold, how about them apples? She's sitting right behind me.
Wait a minute. Sydney Sweeney is in Spokane after all this, and she's sitting behind you?
Yeah, there she is. See that? Gorgeous. So she's sitting behind me with like her boyfriend or something. And actually, she was in coach, but her boobs were in first. Anyway.
Can you say that? Uh-oh. Canceled.
I mean, I have to throw in one boob joke about her.
Oh, she's very lovely. I mean, she's displaying them. If we don't notice them, that would be kind of odd. I mean,
Yeah, I think they were buried in the hoodie in this trip, but she had her hat down. So the stupid story is I don't say anything to her. I don't know what to say. What's there to say? Hey, are we both in showbiz?
Fine.
Big fan. I could have said that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Everyone likes that. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just awkward. I didn't know what to say. So I lose my 5-hour energy, one of the
yeah.
And it's a big panic for me. So I'm on the ground looking. And so I crawl around and I go, hey, you guys see 5 energy on these parts? And then
You're on all fours crawling down the aisle before takeoff.
Yeah. No, during the flight.
During the flight, you're on all four. Okay.
Yeah. And everyone's like, quit looking for attention. And I was. But I was looking really for this.
Right.
And then she goes, no. And then she goes, do you do a show here? And I go, yeah. And everyone's like, you know who's from here? Sydney Sweeney. And she goes, oh, I know. And I go, I actually met your brother. I guess, does he live here? And she goes, well, he's in the Army. And I go, is he not here? And she goes, no. And I'm like, well, some guy, that's his claim to fame, is he's lying about that. The funniest thing to lie about.
Did the whole plane break out into Sydney Sweeney? But she's from Spokane, Washington. I was from
Spokane,
British. I thought
we land. No, she's a
British
all-American.
All
right. And then we land, and I've got the whole plane involved now because some lady in the back goes, found my fucking stupid 5-hour, hands it down. Past Sydney, I get it.
Everyone's touching it.
Everyone's touching it. Smothered in COVID and Omicron. And I shake it. I go, it's a little light. I guess you took a few gulps. That's your reward. Fucking crickets. Then
what a flight.
No one laughs. And then we're about to leave, and Anyway, the point of this whole story, which is absolutely none, is that
Okay.
we're both on dog shit Delta. Whatever. Fine. We're on some puddle
What?
jumper. But the point of the story is she is hosting SNL this week. I didn't know that, and she didn't say it.
Huh.
And I have a feeling she didn't either want to brag or does not know I was on SNL, which is very likely. She's
Well,
like
she's
11
maybe
years old.
24.
Yeah.
or
She's probably
something.
24.
Yeah.
We'll look it up, but it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
And in those situations, I don't really introduce myself. Sometimes I say, "Hey, I'm David." But when you meet other people, do you say your name, Dana? Go.
No, because I've always been at the like if I walked around dressed as Garth, I get a lot more attention.
You
because
don't?
I can change my like what look at my face right now, and then assume I have sunglasses on. Like, who's this?
Right. You can't tell.
I can hide myself in plain sight, but I'll get people sometimes on a flight. And they'll be, "Are you who I think you are? Are you that guy? Or are you?" I go, "What, Jesus?" They go, "No." Are you?
Are you the main guy? Jesus.
But I don't judge. If they tag me and it's like, "Hey, it's a 7-hour flight, elbow to elbow. Hey,
Yeah.
how do you guys come up with those sketches you do on that Saturday Night Live there show?" So I give into it. We have drinks, we talk, and we go over the history of SNL. And then I said I left 49 years ago. They're like, "Well,
they ask if you're still on."
The guy says, "Well, that's not so fun." The funniest one I had was first class on Virgin America years ago. Big club seats, giant seats, but Paul Bunyan sat next to me. I'm not saying anybody fat. I'm saying a triple size man with shorts, calves this big. He took the whole thing. They came around for ordering, and he said, "Oh, I want one of each." So he got every entree. I'll have them all.
You're
So we
right.
had the sandwich, the lasagna, the thing. So if you get stuck next to Paul Bunyan, just go with it.
You go, and he goes, "You're gonna eat that cookie.
You eat that cookie.
You're gonna eat that cookie."
Hey, it sounds
Sling
like-
blade.
sounds
Sling
like-
blade.
Some folks call it a sling blade. How much you want for them? I reckon I'll take the taters.
I'll always do Billy Bob Thornton if I'm asked.
I was pushing you to do sling blade. By the way, Dana, talk about tough guy. I know I'm not that tough, and on TV I come off like a hard ass tough guy athlete.
Definitely.
But in real life, we're not showing enough of
fighter.
my sweater. It looks like it's from the fucking Gap, but it's not.
The Happy Days called and wants their wardrobe back. That's the show from 1978.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Old
fucking-
reference lost on younger viewers. Okay.
I'm driving my 95 Land Cruiser, which I don't want to say how old I am, but I bought it new. I wasn't old, but I bought it new. So 95 had this whole time. I'm driving down the street the other night when it's starting to rain. It conks out on me at a light on Sunset. Now there's 2 lanes. So I'm in the left lane, which is the faster lane, Conks out. I can't get it going. I'm like, now it's raining. I get out of the car. I look around and I go back to my crummy days when I was like a busboy, and I have old cars, from 16 years old, like 25.
Junkers.
And I always had to push start them or jump them, so this would happen a lot. So I open the door and cars like skidding, and now it's raining and I don't want to get hit. I can't leave it with the hazards in the middle of the lane. So I start rocking it. I put it neutral and I start yanking. You don't have power steering in this situation. So I yank it.
So Land Cruiser, you're trying to push?
Yes. With my pin arms, stick legs. I do have Carrie Underwood calves. We know that. But I'm pushing.
Come from the calves.
And I start to go, I got a green light. I'm going to go and try to take an illegal left because it was slightly more downhill to go to the left than the right, but slightly like this, barely. And I go, there's no way I can push it up, even if it's 1 inch. So I rock it and it moves and I start to push it like a fucking monster. I'm pushing it. No one gives a fat fuck. They're all just like beeping and get out of the way. And I'm like,
no one's helping.
I'm in grown-ups. Help me. No one cares.
Just shoot me, guy.
I'm dead. Bench for. So I get in the middle and then it turns red. Wrong miss.
Wrong miss.
Cusco llama. And they don't help me. And now I'm in the middle of the light and I'm resting, and now no one can go.
Jeez.
And so I hold up my hand, international sign of don't run me over, whatever. I start rocking it again. I turn on my Carrie Underwood calves and I start to go left with no one's helping, none. And I help people. I've actually jumped out and helped people. And I start to turn, and then I get in and crank the wheel, get out again. Everyone's like, what's going on? That guy looks like he's in they go, who is that girl? So anyway, why are you letting, even if you think I'm a girl,
Thomas.
why are you letting a girl push it? They're like, Meg Ryan's in trouble. So, because I have a hat on, I'm like this. So anyway, I finally get it over somewhere, and I just get out of the fucking. They go, Sydney Sweeney's in trouble. She got a bob.
Well, I'm glad you made it safe. I've had, we've had a lot of rain in California, and it's just a mess. I mean, I'm going out in the rain. I'm walking to my car, and the grass is like soaked, so it's like, And then I open the door. I don't know if it's the rust from the rain. It's like, so I get in the seat. It's leather. So, I'm a safe driver, so I check the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
And I put the windshield wipers on because it's pouring rain. You know what I mean? And then I went to a shop and they had a guy with a drill. What would he sound like?
Tire gun?
It's not a tire gun.
Then I went over to bandsaw. Meow, meow.
This is a character I used to do called Sound Effecty, and sometimes you use the same effect for different things. So I turn on the radio.
You only got 4.
I switch gears.
It's a good one. Is windshield wipers when they go. It's like so loud, but when it's dry, they go. They come back. They're like, "Fuck, dude! It's not raining. You're stressing me out."
Put the seat back.
When I get in my car, I have like 18 seat adjustments. So I'm like this.
You don't have it all preset. You're just. Boy. Well. Give me a news story, and I'll do it as Paul McCartney.
One news story.
Asked me to do that again. Any story.
One story came up is a pregnant stingray. I don't know if we have a picture. There's a stingray that got pregnant named Charlotte in North Carolina.
Okay, let me see. And they don't know how? Oh, it's the virgin stingray.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Here
it says it's solved. No,
are you going to play it or no?
I don't think so. It's just a stingray that's very cute. It was in an aquarium full of sharks, so they didn't know how. There's no other stingrays in there. That's the story.
So it's like a immaculate conception. So, as a Beatle would say it, well, there was a little aqua creature, that has a stinger. They call the stingrays. She's a lady, but she's with sharks, and they don't ever get together. The shark doesn't go, would you be my girlfriend? Never happens. But all of a sudden, she's preggers, going to give her babies, right? And they don't know how. It may have been a miracle.
Don't know how.
They don't know how. See, the key, if anyone's listening, the key to doing a Beatle accent is always sound like you're asking a question. Hey, Paul, did you go to the store? I told you. I went to the store. Did you go or not? I just told you. I went to the store.
Oh, you did or didn't?
Cut it out.
No, I like it.
Told you.
These are 3 comments that I thought were funny on the story. One said, has anyone checked if it's one of Nick Cannon's kids? It's kind of funny, right?
That's good.
Yeah. And maybe,
that's not a bad one.
Maybe it comes back as Steve Irwin, or maybe he's the dad. Remember Steve Irwin?
Oh my God. Yes. That's a little dark. I was on the Tonight Show with him. Great guy. Australian guy.
It's always good to bring a tragedy into a joke comment. And then the last one was, it's the Sturgeon Mary. Sturgeon Mary. That's not bad.
There's better. Here's my news story, and I don't know if it's true, but when Biden is giving a speech and stuff, he's got his staff backstage, and sometimes President Biden will go off the teleprompter and meander about, and his staff gets very emotional about it. Like, oh my, he's off the teleprompter. He's off the teleprompter. So I don't know if this is true, but one of them knew Nicolas Cage. So they bring in Nicolas Cage backstage, and he expresses how emotionally they are. He's like sort of a therapy guest. So Biden's out there, and then the dog, and we went out in the river, and then the staff's going, no, no. And Nicolas Cage goes, all right. And he drops to his knees and goes, why, God, why? That was a long way to go.
I like it. How do you know where we went? Well, we went
I don't
there.
know. It's just something funny. If you're ever upset about anything, you get audited by the IRS. You just call Nicolas Cage, why in the mother of God?
He probably says that in every movie. Let's look at this. J-Lo came out with
there's-
something. This isn't even a big story. It's just J-Lo came out with something
J-Lo's
else.
big. Yeah.
God damn.
This is
Oh,
me. It's an album and a movie,
Yeah.
right?
Hybrid. Runs on electricity. It's a hybrid something, and it's a movie, doc, album, and she was in the donuts commercial. I think she's in so much, she just needs to take off, like just disappear for like a whole day. If I didn't see her for a whole day, I would be like, oh, okay, now I miss her. But she is really in your grill,
Yeah,
and she's good. She's good.
She's very good.
She's gorgeous.
So somebody decided to use her husband's Dunkin' Donut commercial against her in a review. It's as watery.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, her album is as watery as the Dunkin' Donuts thing. Where Matt Damon, really funny, says, "How do you like them donuts?" Because he said, "I like them apples" in Good Will Hunting.
Oh, I
which
didn't even
Louis
get that.
C.K. did a stand-up bit about it. Yeah.
So they're going out of their way to kick her in the balls about the donuts commercial. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's a mashup. They take a dig at Ben and her,
Oh,
Jennifer,
fuck, yeah.
by mashing the Dunkin' Donuts versus the thing. I like, for people not in show business, it's really hard. I mean, Jennifer Lopez is just incredibly to stay that fit, just that. And you got to be camera ready every time you leave your house. And then she does albums, she's jumping, singing, she does movies.
Huh.
What are you going to do?
Her skin is like pretend. I don't know. There's no wrinkles. There's nothing. She's gorgeous. Yeah.
All right. Right now we have a surprise guest on Superfly.
Ooh.
Jason Kelce. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep. And then after that, after Jason, we're gonna go look at some fan impressions and do a little critique and give some notes and things.
Oh, great. Let's do
That's
it.
our show.
So, because it's a new year and everyone has their
Mhm.
resolutions, I was going to try working out, then I didn't even try that one. But I am going to eat better, and I think that's the key: eating what you want. And also, I'm into the new world of having stuff delivered. And if it's really
Mhm.
good, there's a place called Good Chop where they have really good meats. They also have seafood,
Mhm.
and it comes right to your door. And that's kind of what I'm looking for this
Yeah.
year.
Because I thought of this phrase a while back that energy is the new high. So energy is a great feeling. And when you eat high protein meals like steaks, free range, organic chicken, breast, this is all you get with Good Chop, plus sustainable and wild caught seafood, salmon, which I eat a lot of, Pacific cod, scallops, shrimp, and more.
Yeah, Good Chop offers fully customizable boxes of high quality meat and seafood delivered to your door on your schedule. They're vacuum sealed, frozen at peak freshness. You stock them up, cook them when you want. They have over 70 high quality cuts you were just talking about.
Mhm.
I am a shrimps guy.
You're a shrimps guy.
I
What
like
is
shrimps and I like the prime filet mignon. Pretty standard stuff, but they do it right.
Yes.
And I think it would benefit our audience because I talked to
Mhm.
some of our audience and a lot of them eat food. And so I said, you know what?
Yeah.
This is for you. It sources its meat from and seafood exclusively from American farms and fisheries. So you're supporting local and how about this? Price per meal starts at $3.74, not $374 like you would think because you live in Beverly Hills. But it's $3.74. That's unbelievable. A whole meal.
Man, have you gone to the grocery store lately?
Nothing's
it's like
$3.74.
six items. That'll be $138. Would you like a bag?
And
no, it's only
20.
3 items.
Yeah. No antibiotics, no added hormones.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Nothing artificial.
No.
So they're confident. They offer 100% money back guarantee. You got to love Good Chop or you get your money back. Go to goodchop.com/superfly120 and use code superfly120. The number is 120 and get $120 off across your first 4 boxes. That's code superfly120 at goodchop.com/superfly120 for $120 off. And for those of you that forgot, goodchop.com/superfly120 code Superfly120.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is our first and only guest on Superfly, considered one of the National Football League's greatest centers of all time, 6-time first team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowl, Super Bowl champion, Mr. Jason Kelce.
Thanks for having me, guys. That's a hell of an intro.
Are
right
you
there.
kidding?
Yeah.
All comedians love athletes. We love people who are actually brave and bump into things, and we're just, this is a feminine job. Let's face it. Look at our hair.
Dana.
We're like little girls.
I think all athletes wish they were performers of some kind, whether it was, musical artists or comedians. We grew up watching you guys, and I think comedians are, for me, going out there and bashing my brain into somebody seems relatively normal. Getting up on stage and talking in front of a bunch of people and letting your soul out there is a whole nother level of I don't know, putting yourself out there. So, anyways,
me. It terrifies me. Stand up. I had years of stage fright. David was a natural, just came out and blasted it, but I was just panicked all day. I was going to ask you, did you ever line up against a nose tackle where you went, holy shit, this is the biggest guy I've ever faced? Because they go 350.
Yeah.
Is anyone ever more than 350 pounds trying to kill you?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, So usually they'll be listed still about 350, but I know like Vita Vea, I've played him a bunch. And I know from talking to guys in Tampa Bay, he'll regularly be pushing 400 pounds on the scales. And there's games where I'm giving up 100 pounds to the guy across from me.
And what's your strategy?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they call plays where I get to utilize my speed and agility against guys like that. But
yes,
some of those guys are really good. I think for me, my I guess strength was definitely second level blocking. So blocking linebackers, safeties down the field. So, Jeff Stoutland, our offensive line coach, really would try and get me up there. He knew that, it was not a good proposition for a game plan to have me manned up on a 400-pound guy all game long. So he would design plays with the emphasis of trying to get me up to the second level. So I got to appreciate my coach for not putting me in too many bad situations.
I've gone on after 400-pound comedians, and it's hard.
I know. I mean, because then you go to the green room and you go, where's my dinner? And they go, it's gone. I just want to bring this up based on what you just said, Jason.
Yeah.
I looked at the combine because I know how brothers are. I've got 3 older brothers, and there's a competition there. But in one key metric, which I thought was interesting, and goes to your ability on the football field, the 20-yard shuttle, you were 4.14. Your brother, Travis, was 4.42. So that's the ability to go 5 yards this way, 5 yards that way, which is kind of was your super talent as a center.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You hit it the nail on the head right there. I mean, my brother was probably better than his time. That drill is as much about speed and agility as it is kind of your preparation for it. Mm-hmm. If you hit the steps and the turns properly, you're going to have a better time.
Right.
Travis, knowing him, he just went out there and ran as fast as he could. Still a good time, but he could have been better. I'm guaranteeing that. But my that was and that's been one of the metrics to gauge, especially your centers or your more agility-driven linemen that you want to have on your team. The 20-yard shuttle is a great metric to determine which guys are going to be good at that.
Well, I looked at a lot of your highlights.
That's the only metric, Dana, I would talk about at the dinner table if I was Jason.
That's all I got.
I would bring that up.
He's bringing up Super Bowls and all pro. Yeah, no, it's it's something nice to have. At least I got one thing.
And and I watched a lot of your highlights last night, and you're like the wide sweep. You're out there sprinting like really fast.
Yeah.
You got, wait a minute, that guy's the center. He's like 20 yards over that way. So it's very interesting for me to figure that out. But it always seemed like a tough position, especially the pressure of hiking the ball to the punter, or a field goal. I mean, and those are like 20 yards. How far? And you're So, I mean, you have to have nerves of steel, or how do you calm yourself down at that moment? Is it just reps?
Yeah. I mean, like everything, the more practice you get, the nerves are always the highest whenever it's the first time you're doing something, right? Mm-hmm. Like the first NFL start, you're going to be like, man, what is this going to feel like? I've never done this before. Your first time playing a premier player, you're like, I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Your first time running a play that you've never run, right? Those are kind of always where the nerves are the most heightened. So whether it's practice or game reps, the more repetitions you get, the more those nerves subside. I mean, center is a position I think a lot of guys want to play until they have a bad snap. Like we had a buddy of mine play guard, and he's like, man, center, you guys are double teaming a lot. You're not manned up as much. And, I wish I played a little bit of that. And then he got pushed in at center and had a couple bad snaps. He's like, man, I never want to play center again. Like it is.
Dude, you have two jobs. You hike, and then you got to look up and go, oh, wait, now the guy bashes my brains in. I forgot about that.
I know. You have just one hand down. So everyone else is like a gorilla. They're like, rrr, and you got one down and one's concentrating on that. And then here, the field goal for the win. And here it is. It's over his head. What a shit show. The game is over.
And guess who fucked it up? The center.
The center of universal pain.
Yeah. And the snap is like a foregone conclusion. Everybody's expectation is that the snap is going to be perfect every time. And the reality is it's not. And the unfortunate thing is when it does happen in a crucial situation or a game on the line, I mean, there's no getting away from that one.
Now you're also
such a
you're in the chain of command. Like nothing happens till you do that. And the quarterback is up there. A lot of times, all the teams in the NFL, it seems very sophisticated as a casual fan, and they're calling audibles. And I remember they're thinking, really? He's going to do that? Does he know what he's doing? Do you ever question in your head what the audible is? Or you just
do you
like,
audible him and say, I'm calling an audible over your audible, and I'm not hiking it yet?
Well, it has happened before. There's some audibles that are more geared for the back end of the defense for the quarterback, and there's some audibles that are more geared for the front, which is more what I'm seeing. So there have been times with every quarterback I've played where I've been like, no, this isn't the look that we want to kill this play to, or the look we want to run this run to. But in passing game, he's taking full control. And there's times where, the quarterback at all times has final say. You can't have two guys up there like, no, we should do this. No, we should do that. No, we should. So you give that to the quarterback. Everybody, if the quarterback wants to do something, that's what we're doing. And there's times where, especially in like a blitz pickup, where he'll send the protection in a specific direction, and you're like, I'm pretty positive it's coming from over here. And you might relay that. If he, at the end of the day, though, if he wants to go over here, the most important thing is that the quarterback knows where he's hot from, where he wants to deliver the ball to. So, yeah, that does happen from time to time.
But would you okay, go ahead, David.
I just want to know, we're just so excited, Jason.
We're very excited.
The huddles must be
it's
stressful,
the same here.
Because when I see a huddle, and I could imagine being in it, it's like 22 zipper drive, and then they just go, if I was the receiver, I'm like, wait, what happened? Am I the zipper in this? Because everyone just gets it right every single time. And I think, how?
Well, they don't. They do not, unfortunately.
That's what it seems like. Okay.
Caterpillar one.
Yeah. And you go, what's happening? They go, booty licker on 5. And you go, is this a play or is he talking to me? So I don't know, because what do you listen for in the play? Do you have to get any instructions, or is it?
Absolutely. Yeah. You get used to listening to the portion of the play that pertains to you. Yeah. And for the center, really the whole thing, other than the route concept, is important to you. Like, you need to know the formation. You need to know the snap count. You need to know what the play is that we're running, if it's a run play or a pass play,
Mhm.
and the protection or run concept. Everybody gets in tune to listening to the things that are important for their job.
Right.
The quarterback obviously having the ultimate, and tight ends to a certain extent,
Mhm.
of needing to listen to everything. And that's why those guys tend to be the most knowledgeable throughout the entire offense.
They
But
jam their head in farther in that huddle. Some just kind of kick back on the side.
yeah, the tackles are like, just give me what the 62 got it. And, they don't care about half of the stuff.
Has it gotten more sophisticated? Because I'm from the 60s, John Brody and the 49ers said, I swear they would go hut 1, hut 2. But nowadays, it seems like Brock Purdy says, what's up, what's up, what's up? But what is he saying? Was he saying what's up?
Yeah. I don't know Brock Purdy's specific one. I know Dak Prescott does. Oh my gosh, it's we were joking about this all season.
Campbell soup.
Yeah, there's. I would say in some ways it's gotten less convoluted because to David, your point, the more words you have in the play call, the more chance somebody's going to miss something. So now there's kind of been a move back to like, how can we simplify these things with code words or words that we use all the time so that players, the moment they hear that, they know, okay, got it. I know what this concept is. Right. And you can shrink it down into 1-2 word phrases. So at the line of scrimmage, though, the snap count, it's so specific to each team. Most of the time you want a lead in, right? So whatever it is,
like
if it's
like that,
a hut hike, right? For us, it's color number. So it's white 80, said hut. The reason you don't just go up there and say said hut is because everybody be jumping off sides. You got that little lead in, like, hey, we're getting ready. Here it comes. Bow, right?
Is it always the same thing, or is every play he says what it's going on, and then you don't want them to hear?
Correct. Yeah, it's either in the huddle or at the line of scrimmage. There'll be code words to let you know. Like if we're no huddle, he'll say, whatever the code word is. When I was with Howard Mudd, it was like pink and then a 2-digit number, and the first digit was always what it was on. So it was like, pink 15, it was on 1. Pink 32, it was on 3. So you kind of would try and think at any time you could say you didn't know hey, pink. And so, hey, 32, and then you knew it was on 3, right? So there's all sorts of codes and different ways to figure out at the line of scrimmage or in the huddle. There's just on 3. Hey, on 1, on 3. So that's generally
that's why
how it
I got
goes.
out of the game.
I played flag football and I loved it. We had plays, we had ready break. I'm in 5th, 6th grade. I was the halfback. And then tackle football came in at 5'1", 91 pounds, freshman in high school. I looked like a fetus with shoes. So they said there's a cross country team. No one will hit you. So I went out that way. But there's a question I have for you, professional athletes in general. So you finished the game and you've gotten your ass kicked. I think the sound has gotten better. I don't know what it is, but I feel the violence, or maybe the TVs are better. I really feel the violence or hear it. Bone cracking, McCaffrey's going up, and you just so what is your protocol to get healed? Do you have a team? Do you get a massage? You go in the sauna? I mean, what is there a whole metric that you go through to see if you're hurt, first of all, and whatever? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, if you have an acute injury, you're seeing the trainer to see if you need treatment on it or how bad it is. You might need an MRI or an X-ray to determine whether you're okay. Anything outside of that, a bruise or just general soreness, you have kind of anything at your disposal. That every guy likes different things. I was big into sauna. I was big into massage. Lifting weights always made me feel better because it naturally kind of pumps the blood in there. Some guys love acupuncture. Some guys love chiropractic stuff. Some guys love.
Is it true there's a bowl of Vicodins in the weight room by the door?
No, there used to be.
There is at my
They
house.
cracked down on that. Oh, that's a good. I might have to come over.
We have them here in a little bowl. We can't get it to you. But they always say that this time of year, everyone's beaten up. This is when the playoffs start. Everyone's beaten up. So everyone's nurturing something. And it just feels, I just want to dovetail into we all know you have a decision to make, whether you're going to retire and also what I've read about is that the adrenal rush of being a professional football player and the camaraderie is such an intense life that then people go outside of that and where are they going to get
Hard to
that
compete
rush?
with, yeah.
So we would
Yeah.
vote for show business of any way you want to be in it, because
Okay.
we think it's an emotionally violent sport. Like if I get off this podcast, I'll be thinking, I talk too much, or I should ask that question. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Are you going to be in the booth? You're going to go in movies maybe, or are you going to go back and play for the Eagles? You have 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
We need a
I don't
trend.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
think,
Okay. That's a good answer.
That's what I'm trying to figure it out right now. There's right now exploring different opportunities. If I end up retiring, still working out and staying in shape if I end up playing again. But that's what I've heard from all the former players is, when you're playing, it's like this every week, right? It's, oh, we just won. Oh, we just got our ass kicked. Oh, we're in the playoffs. Oh, we're out. Like it's very much, that's the life you're in. And it's play by play like that as well.
Mhm.
And, all these guys, when they get done, it's like, man, you're just kind of here, man. You very rarely get these peaks,
Mhm.
and you got to find a way to
Madden
kind of
doesn't
get
do
that.
it as much.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, some guys get into it,
Yeah.
for real into it.
Well, maybe this is a good time. I don't want to keep you too long, but you have shown capability as a performer. I think
Oh,
the underdog speech,
Yeah.
as you
Oh,
know, and you
yeah.
must have been told about. I mean, it was like not like a football player giving a speech. It had rhythm, it had timing. I don't know if you wrote it, but the list of it, and then what underdogs are. I mean, it's very show busy. So I could see you very organically when you want to retire. I mean, can we take a look at it? We
Oh,
just
yeah,
have a
just a
little
little
clip of it.
Let's do it.
Zach Ertz can't block. Brett Selleck's too old. Brandon Graham was drafted too high.
Zach Ertz.
Vinny Curry ain't got it. Mo Allen can't fit the scheme. Michael Thomas can't fit the scheme. Nigel Bradham can't catch. Jalen
Are
Mills
you
can't
doing
cover.
Aladdin on Broadway after this?
Robinson can't cover.
Aladdin, the Philadelphia edition.
Here we go. That's like, to me, Chris Farley, as close as I've seen to Chris Farley. And
Hey.
it's such a great rhythm. Well, I'm going to do one as a comedian. David Spade ain't funny. Adam Sandler couldn't be a movie star. Anyway, but how did you think of that? And also,
Yeah.
what the hell are you wearing? Because it looks like a Wizard of Oz outfit or something.
Sure. I guess I'll start with what I'm wearing. That's in Philadelphia, there's a parade, Mummers Parade, and it's been done for a very long time. And everybody dresses up in these ornate, ridiculous costumes. And it's, I think it has roots all the way back to Europe at some point, but that's something that happens every New Year's Day in Philadelphia. And I
You
figured
nailed it.
if we're doing a Philadelphia parade, I'll do a Philadelphia style. And fortunately, there was a just perfect green, eagle colored version of that outfit
It was
available in my size. But and then the speech, I couldn't. After you win a Super Bowl, it's such a high, right?
Yeah.
It's the pinnacle of your career, and you start thinking about all the things you had to do to get there selfishly, and then you start thinking about everything your teammates had to do and your coaches and the city. So it all really just came together very organically. I remember I would be up till 2 or 3 in the morning after the game, and I didn't even know if I was going to get a chance to make a speech, to be honest with you. But I just can't. These narratives are floating around in my head.
Got it.
And I'm like waking my wife up and like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, what if I said something like that? And she's like, will you go to sleep? Like, why are you bothering me with this? And I think I probably, I didn't really have a full thing written down, but I remember I was keeping track of different things and different guys and what they had to do to overcome to get to that moment. That was the theme of the team. So there were just a lot of things that came together organically for that to happen. But yeah, it was something that flowed out. I mean, I somehow managed to still get it together after an entire, I don't know, 40 blocks of drinking beers and celebrating with fans, and like it wasn't like I just walked up there. There was like I was like 3 hours in.
Voice
so.
was a little thrash.
Exactly. We had done enough spelling chants for the Eagles. I don't know. The Eagles chant is EAGLES, Eagles. I mean, you don't get much more like rudimentary than just spelling the word, but
over and
very
over
guttural.
all day, over and
Yes.
over, everyone's spelling it.
So
I
how
got a
many
question.
how
I
many
got a
beers?
question for
Oh,
Dana.
sorry.
I have a question for Dana. No.
Okay.
Before we get to how many beers you've had, which the over-under is 40.
Yeah.
When you, this is a quick question about this year's Super Bowl. Would you have known what to do in that coin toss, or did you know something was up with that coin toss or not?
You're talking about the overtime decision? Yeah. I mean, we as a team have always talked about for playoff overtime, meaning the second team or the other team is guaranteed a possession of kicking. You want to have knowledge of what you're trying to get that second possession. I had never even heard of it described until Kyle Shanahan went over it in his post-game press conference. At the time, I was like, what are they doing? Why would they? This doesn't make sense to receive.
Yeah.
But I think after Kyle saying that, I mean, there's logic behind it. And nobody was getting in the end zone. If it goes field goal, you want to have the ball third.
Yeah. He's thinking one more than that. He's thinking one farther.
Exactly.
They have
but
four
I think
downs.
the reality is, I think just personally, you would rather you want to be the first team with the ability to end the game first, because you're in the driver's seat as to be aggressive, passive. You have more, I don't know, there's more just on the line with that second possession. I don't know that it would have taken a lot probably for Kansas City to kick a field goal. It would have had to have been like a 4th and like 5+, I bet, for them to relinquish the ball back to San Francisco after that, I would bet.
Yeah.
But either way, I think, I don't know what the analytics say. I think that you can kind of get those numbers to say whatever you want. I feel like, if you want to, be the team with the ball third, you find a way to skew them to say that. If you want to be the team with the ball second, you can find a way to get them to say that. But I think that was the first time I had really seen somebody with the mindset that they were going to receive first, with these new overtime rules being what they are.
And also the Niners would have to do prevent defense in a sense. Don't give them a touchdown. And so then you give that opening to Patrick and your brother. And I was watching it just as a Niner fan, although I'm a huge Kansas City fan, and the Eagles as well.
And Eagles.
There we go.
But I was like, oh no. And I told my wife, I go, it's over. Patrick and in that time frame, 4 downs, go.
They were going so fast down the field too. You're like, God damn. And San Francisco is so slow, inching, and then they're just doing chunks, and you go, oh boy, this is it.
The moment they kicked the field goal, I felt really confident that the Chiefs are going to go down and win it. Just Patrick is so good in those situations.
Yeah.
He gets more, everybody's talked about it. He gets 4 downs instead of 3 to try and get a first down. Right. And
huge difference.
So I think it was, and San Fran was gassed at that point. I mean, they'd already put up a lot and, done a great job all game long. But the later in the game it gets, the harder it gets for the defenses to defend what's happening.
Jason, I heard a rumor about Travis was yelling at Andy Reid during the game, and I heard what he said. The audio's off, but someone told me
it came out.
He said, "Why did you tell me to get out of Bitcoin?" Is that true?
I don't know. Is Bitcoin up now? I feel like 50. Andy probably would. Is it 50
Andy
all of a sudden again?
It's going up.
I'm losing money.
Gosh dang it. Yeah, he's an old school coach. He wouldn't be into the Bitcoin, I don't think.
Well, we do an impression thing on here before we let you go. First of all,
Dana, go ahead.
This came about because I ran into Jason, just so people know that are listening. It's a little random, but I saw him at the U2 concert, and Sandler wanted to say hi to him, and I did too, but we didn't want to be weirdos. But we went over and we talked to him. By the way, Jason, do you remember? Oh, I sent you these.
I couldn't say anything.
This is us.
This was awesome. Yeah.
And then I said, I'll take a picture of you and Adam with my phone. And here's the 2 pictures I took, Dana. Do you have those, Greg? That's the one that works.
Okay, so
That's the one that worked.
That
We got
works.
another one.
So we talked to him for a minute with Howie Long's in there with he's got the athletes. We have all the goofy comedians on our side. And so Jason was very nice and we had a great time. And then the show was great. Bono, there's so many 60th birthdays. He's giving shout outs for about 29 minutes because there was 300 people because everyone's old that goes to YouTube.
Am I
So
moving? Yeah.
he's going, Chris Rock, happy birthday, that's a pint of beer.
You got someone up in the bleachers, 47 years of age. Am I booging ya? I didn't mean to boog ya. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay,
Spade's shot.
that's Spade's first shot at these two. Jason's like,
Nailed
just
it.
knock one out.
That's Sandler with a bad facelift.
And then I go, no, I got it now. I fixed my camera. Here's the second one. A completely blurry one. I took one that was a total disaster. Anyway, Jason, you were cool. Thank you. And we're going to end this by wasting your time more because we have people submit impressions.
Yes.
And I don't think this is you, but I think it reminded us. They said we should look at this one.
You went to the level of this character in your speech.
So we haven't seen this, but here's an impression of it.
We haven't seen it.
Hi,
Let's see if it's
I'm
true.
Matt
I
Foley,
think I know
and
what
I'm
this is
a
from.
motivational
too.
speaker. Couple things about myself. I'm
pretty
35
good.
years old,
Dude, he's
recently
nailing this.
divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
Okay.
Dude, that was spot on.
That was
good.
That's impressive. He really
I have a few notes, Jason.
Okay.
He was thrice divorced.
Ah,
Not recently divorced. But I did like the movement. I like the hoarseness of the voice, which you had sort of down.
The tone was
speech.
great. Yeah.
Tone was great. I think you rushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It just, you want to say, in a van down by the river. Like that little pause.
Really milk it. And maybe when you
also-
get close to me, bump your head into me. That was a nice trick.
I mean, I guess, Jay, someone like you really can squat. Like Farley could really, he was a football player in college, right? Or high school. But
Rugby
also
or
the guy
something
could,
like that, yeah.
if he could do a deeper squat and do that move
funnier.
that Chris does. But it's really good.
That was a good
What
one.
was the name of that guy? I want to mention him. Craig?
We'll give him a shout out later in post.
His name is
Jason.
Dr. Phil Finemore.
Doctor.
Dr. Phil Finemore? Did someone
about
just
that?
write stupid on my forehead?
Sorry I'm late for your heart surgery. I was working on my Christopher Walken impression. In the lobby.
No, man, do it. Why?
Ready now.
So, Jason, well, it's been a pleasure. I think the world
Pleasure.
of professional athletes and the way you handle yourself, you and your brother have a great podcast. And I wish you all the best. I think you can, when you want to be either in the movies, television, or being in the booth, calling games or whatever you want to do, I think you'll do great. But I know what it's like. We could leave, like Daniel Day-Lewis could come back this year and make a movie and we go, oh, where was he? Right? 5 years. Once you're out, you can't go back in, basically.
It's a little trickier.
Exactly.
Unless you're Tom Brady. He's still, there's a rumor. Yeah. He can go back.
He will be welcome back at any time if he wants.
So
Yeah.
did we help you
Well-
inform your decision at all? Or will you talk to your wife about Dana and David?
I've not thought too much of show business. I've thought a little bit about the booth and football stuff, but I appreciate you guys having me on. This is such an honor to just talk to both of you. As I was telling David at the show, I mean, it was such a special moment to meet you guys and like the pedestal of comedians and just the peak of that craft. It's such an honor to even be on here and talk to you guys. So thank you very much, Dana. Thank you, David. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, bud. Out in the real world.
Sounds good.
Well, that was fun, Dana. I love talking to him.
Awesome.
And
guy.
he's very informative and he's a funny dude. He's got his shit together, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun to talk to athletes. It's such a high wire lifestyle. And to be a center, he's pretty funny just about lining up against giant people who want to kill him.
It's so
Hiking
violent.
the
You know,
ball.
I actually was watching the
Yeah.
Puppy Bowl a little bit this year and
Mhm.
I bet on one of them. And it's always a bummer when they get hurt, they go into the blue tent, you know, pull a hammy, and then they're out. And that's it. There's all my money down the drain.
So is
Concussion
the Puppy Bowl
protocol.
real? I have to ask just in case.
The Puppy Bowl is real.
Sounds like it is real. Okay, that's a good. That's funny.
It's literally the hard to bet on because literally they just put all these cute puppies on like something that looks like a football field. And they just run around and poop and bark, and it's adorable. And
Well, I know there is. I don't think I don't know if it's in every state, but the toddler bowl, and they just have a diaper changing tent in the
That's
toddler
it?
bowl. They go.
They just
He's
drop
coming out.
100
Number 31 is coming out. He just dropped the load in his diaper. He's got to get changed. He's going to the blue tent.
we put 1,000 babies on the football field. See which one walks to the goal line.
Yeah, which one
Yeah.
looks the most like Sydney Sweeney? She's our
All right.
theme guest today.
Yeah,
Sydney,
I
if
know
you're
she is our
listening, come
theme
on.
because she's on SNL this week. So, okay, so
Yes.
let's look at some more impressions. We just saw a motivational speaker.
Mhm.
It's pretty good, and
Yeah.
we will go to the next one. Let's see what we think.
All right, this
Okay,
is
go ahead. We don't know
Jonathan
who this is.
Emmerling.
Hey,
We've never seen
Dana
this.
and David, 3 quick impressions for you. Impression number 1, Jordan Peterson at the birth of his daughter.
Oh, 3.
This is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Number 2, Nick Offerman relaying some disappointing news.
Okay.
He said no. And impression number 3 is Severus Snape sexually harassing Harry Potter. Mr. Potter, if you wish to pass this class, I suggest you remove your blouse and underclothes immediately. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Actually, okay.
Well, first of all, yeah. Offbeat impressions. You don't hear a lot of Nick Offerman. And what was the first one?
I like the third one, then the second one, then the first one. So the first one
First one was
was
Jordan Peterson.
Oh yeah,
Jordan
okay, that's
Peterson,
offbeat
yeah.
too.
That's definitely offbeat. Jordan Peterson sort of has a high kind of Canadian voice. Women don't like men that are too weak or to baby them. Mine's bad. His was
No,
actually
that's
accurate.
It's good to do it. It's sort of a good way to do it. You don't go too long, and you just get a hook
Yes.
in there that sounds kind of like him. Nick Offerman was like quick,
No, that
sounded
was,
like him before
yeah.
you can tear it apart and you get worse. You sounded like him, you know.
Yeah, they're nice, quick, what I would call micro impressions, just
Mhm.
right to the point. So good job, Jonathan. The hat was interesting, gave you kind of a festive vibe. The ear
Not
flaps and
necessary,
everything.
but it makes.
I did.
more
I thought it was going to do Elmer Fudd or something, maybe.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So did I. Something with the hat, but
yeah.
it did. I did like
Nice.
it. Okay, let's see another one. Oh, we've got a
number.
young
This is-
lady here.
This is Allison Mary.
Allison.
We haven't
Got it.
seen these.
Hi, Dana and David. My name is Allie, and this is my impression of Jennifer Coolidge from Legally Blonde. I'm taking the dog, dumbass. You look like the 4th of July. That makes me want to have a hot dog real bad.
Dumbass.
And this is my impression of Jennifer Coolidge from A Cinderella Story.
Okay.
Oh, Sam, you're not very pretty and you're not very bright. I'm so glad we had that talk. Thank you.
Are those the real lines?
Very
It's kinda
nice.
Funny. Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah. That she nailed it. I mean, I thought that was a great Jennifer Coolidge.
Tone was pretty good. It
Um,
kind of, if you close your eyes,
I thought
it
she'd
gets
do a
them.
White Lotus one because that's kind of her latest greatest hit, I think. You know, but
I'm
it's-
stuck with
she
the
has a character that
gays.
she played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember she's on the boat.
Yeah, no, she was incredible in that show. Yeah,
Yeah.
White Lotus, Jennifer Coolidge. I'd love to have her on the podcast, either our flagship or this one,
Yeah,
Jennifer. hmm
But,
But,
she's listening. Everyone's listening.
But that was a very just I had not heard a Jennifer Coolidge impression. So that was
All right, let's go to another one, and then I got one for Dana. Okay, let's go. This guy, we don't
Okay.
know who he is. Say his name.
This is Dante Carter.
What's up, guys? My name is Dante Carter.
In the
I'm a
car.
comedian from South Carolina. I'm going to pause here so David can make fun of me. Oh, David.
Okay, you're in
Typical.
your car. Your
This
name's
is my
Carter. Got
impression
it.
of Barack Obama ordering Taco Bell. Can I get a chalupa with extra pico, sour cream, no beans. Barry can't do beans. No beans. Barry gets the boo-boo belly. Thank you.
He gets a boo boo belly.
Okay. First of all, Dante, I like that he made it funny. Like he took that one hook of, and took it so far. So it's actually just funny, even if you didn't know who Obama was. I thought the impression was pretty good. It was nice job. I don't. You can make a choice to go down to this more often. Just that type of thing. But he does kind of. He will do that. He took it. He
I
teased it
haven't
out.
seen Obama
David?
with that vocal fry thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
that's what people do. That's what people do. But yeah, it's not a lot of people do a Barack Obama.
I like that he took time to go into the
make fun
car
of this?
and knock it out instead of just doing it in his house. He's like, I'll just do it now. Who gives a fuck?
I thought he was going to do Theo Vaughn with that accent.
Oh, yeah, I bet
I'm
someone
from
does
South.
do Theo.
I go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we are.
All right, this is
Okay,
Nathan
we got
Beasley.
another one. Then I got one after Nathan.
Nathan. Okay.
Well, hi, Dana. Hi, David. This is Morgan Freeman. Little Birdie told me that you're now taking in impressions for your podcast. I think that's a mighty fine idea. I also understand that you're accepting rednecky jokes as well. I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone?
Oh, he's doing one.
Or as
Okay.
Red might say, two squirrels with one can. So, here we go. I'm Red Rednecky, the redneck comedian. Last week, my girlfriend broke up with me, but told me we could still be cousins. Come and get some.
Well, this is Nathan from Dallas,
Okay.
Texas. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the decades of laughter you guys have given us and me personally. It's been a thrill. Love the podcast. Keep up the great work.
I like that part the best.
I like the ending part about the great work.
Yeah.
Nathan Beasley. It was a really, really good Morgan Freeman. It was very subtle and very real. And the Rednecky was actually pretty clever. Maybe too clever. I don't know, but it was actually a good diversion joke. Like it, they were cousins the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that rednecky one too, and I like it as
Mhm.
Morgan Freeman. I was trying
Yeah.
to look. I was looking away because I just want to hear if it just sounds like his tone, but he has rhythms down as
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. White guy is hard. It must be harder to do, but it's pretty good. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there one
Yeah.
more?
I just have some rednecky jokes.
Oh, well, let me do
Oh,
my impression. Then.
Let's do
Ready?
the impression. Yeah.
Here it is, Dana. So this is in the shower this morning. I thought of this because I watched The Beekeeper this weekend with Jason Statham, and any movie he's in, he's always, first of all, he doesn't talk a lot. He always has a lot on his mind. All these guys have a lot on their mind. They don't want to be bothered, and he's always thinking like this when other people are talking, and they like to be left alone. And he's like, "I'm the beekeeper. I keep the bees. I like to be left alone. And if you come at me, I might sting you if you cross me." And they're like, "Well, are you a bee or are you a beekeeper?" And he's like, "Don't let that concern you. You don't want to find out. I take the honey to the queen." And they're like, "Well, I don't get what your job is. You're actually a beekeeper, or are you here to kill me?" I just want to be left alone. All of them want to be left alone. All those type of guys. He was also in Meg. I saw 2 movies with the Meg, the shark movie, where it's a diabolical shark,
yeah.
where it gets so bananas.
yeah.
You know it's not a well-written movie when at the end he goes, "Careful, the shark has a gun." The shark does? It's getting very human toward the end. It's got a gun in his right fin.
It's actually a good impression. It's good.
If you don't
He's
try
like-
too hard, it's a decent impression because he doesn't really do a lot. He's just thinking a lot. And he was a
Well, yeah,
beekeeper in a
now-
full beekeeper outfit. That was the movie.
I'm a beekeeper.
It's
I'm a
also just a funny take on a kind of a badass guy in a movie where he's talking in metaphors or something.
Yeah,
I'm the
the way he-
beekeeper, and you're
It's just a funny character anyway, which is then the
And he
double
goes,
bonus is it's Jason Statham.
"After I sting you, I die." And they're like, "Wait, we die or you die?" And also, so you're actually a bee in this scenario? And he's like, hang on. No, wait, go back one. I'm the beekeeper. Everyone, we understood that part. That part we got. But that's really most of his lines in the movie, because it turns out a beekeeper, other than he tends to actual bees in the movie, all this, then if you're a super badass FBI guy, you're a beekeeper. They don't really say what that means. That means that's just the best of the best.
Oh, it actually a thing.
A thing.
I'm a beekeeper.
But then he goes and leaves and he hides and retires, but he kind of likes the attention because he's actually a beekeeper. So they're like, wait, you're not the beekeeper from the FBI. He's like, why would you think that? Well, you're dressed like a beekeeper. You could do anything else. Work at a bowling alley. I don't know.
I'm a beekeeper.
Yeah.
I keep bees. I keep bees in a keeping place.
Yeah.
A keeping place? What do you mean?
Where bees live.
You don't know that much about being a beekeeper because you already don't know really where you keep them. He just likes the title
just beekeeper. Be that guy. I'm just going to call for a restaurant.
We'd like a reservation. We'd like 4 seats, and I know how to get them.
Okay, what's the name?
The beekeeper.
Oh.
And I'd like a plate of fresh bees. Fried bees.
I don't know where this is Tower Bar. We don't have okay, well, we can find something. We have honey packets.
We'll find something for you.
Yes, I like honey packets.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Beekeeper. All right, our final thing today is Red Necky. Red Necky. We're going to watch a few of these. Or I guess we'll read them.
You're going to read them. And if you can read those, Dana, I already see it's almost too long, but go ahead.
I can read them. Yeah. Well, this is from Spence Camp. Thanks for submitting here. And I always start, I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I'm reading this cold. Preacher told me folks is talking because I'm married to a minor. I said, hell, she come down with the black lung when she was 8. She ain't set foot in a mine in 3 years. Come on, gets home.
Oh, a minor.
That one will want to trunk down a little bit, but I get the joke.
I didn't even get it. I had to read it twice.
Yeah.
But it's
okay. Here's Philip Hirsch. Let's see. Okay. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. When I kissed Mama, she said I kissed like Papa. I told her that's what Sister said. Come and get some. Well, as an incestual thing, that's not bad. It's pretty tight.
Sounds like a porn I just watched.
Okay. Come and get some. Can go either way. J Dubs is the name for our next submittal. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. Last night there was a knock on my door. I said, who that? They said, yo, Mama. I said, which one? Come and get some.
He's got 2 moms.
Why was it which one? He has 2 mamas?
I don't get it.
Okay.
Actually, they're funny.
I like
don't get
these.
It. Yeah,
keep them coming. Here's 2 to show you how hard it is. Here's 2 quick ones that I wrote. Mom, this is Red Necky, the redneck comedian. My mama wrote a cookbook, how to eat like a swamp rat. Come and get some.
How to eat like a swamp. So
Okay.
you eat like
the
swamp
long
rat.
one.
Well, ahead.
I should have started this one that's too long. I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I asked my mama what's for dinner. She said hot sizzling mud bugs topped with a dozen live crawdads and smothered in swamp sauce. Come and get some.
You
too
should
long.
Say, you should say, what is it, my birthday? Come and get some.
Well, the whole thing is come and get some, and you can elongate that. Okay. My dentist, I'm Red Necky, redneck comedian. My dentist told me my teeth were green and brown. I said, great, just like my daddy. Come and get some. They're hard.
They're hard.
Today, the submittals were better than the.
They all get laughs because it just everything about it sounds funny.
I know, but how do I top the language of this one? I met my sister only because Mama turned me down. Come on, get some.
Yeah,
that's
quick.
like dun 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 dun. It's hard to do the short ones,
Quick,
but
incest funny.
You guys are getting close. We haven't crowned a Red Necky champ yet, but you guys are getting close.
Mm-hmm. And send some more impressions. And I guess we'll see you next week. Is that all we got or not?
Here to sign us off today is Jason Stratham.
You thought we were going, but I've always been here. I don't know if you read the papers, but I'm the beekeeper. Don't cross me. You get honey in your grill. I'll spray you with honey in your grill. It sounds sexual. No. Maybe I'll think of a new way. Anyway, bye for now. This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade. Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it.
That's so much fun to do that. Why is it fun to do Sandler's, whatever that
I know.
sound
We used to
that he
repeat
makes?
it always at the office because we'd walk around and
Yeah.
Sandler, one of our favorite persons to interview. He's just such a fun dude and such a good dude, and been around him
Great stories.
for years, a little bit before SNL, and then since then, been a great pal to me. We've had a good run of just being buds and screwing off and golfing and whatever. And Dana, he looked up to Dana when we got there. We all did.
Everybody likes Adam. He probably hate to hear that, but he's hard not to just really like. He's a genuinely very sentimental person, super funny, and it was really fun just hanging out with him. And he's got some great stories. He takes his time. So we all really enjoy The Sandman.
Yeah. And it's live. Can you believe it? So pull over, listen, call in sick at work, and hear it. This one goes long.
Yeah, there's a big old giant audience there giggling at our little throwaways. So it made me a little lighter in my step the next day.
All right, Sandu.
Sandman and Sandu. I think he nicknamed me Dana Doo, right? Did anyone else call me Dana Doo?
They called you Doo-Doo.
Well, they call you were Spudley, right?
I was Spadoodle.
They didn't call me Doo-Doo. I'm sad now.
Spudnik, and most of those are from Dennis.
Cheers.
But the shortest nickname I had was Spader McDater Potato Tomato Hanger Nader.
Right.
And I get that a lot.
And Sandler just called me Dana Doo, but Farley and Rock always called me the lady because the church lady. And Sandler was Dana Doo because he did it the other night. And I realized he just calls me Dana Doo. So then I call him Sandu, and he goes,
No, it's Sandman.
Anyway, we sing, we laugh, we cry. It's a really fun podcast. So please enjoy it. And they're all great. Let's face it. We don't have any favorites, but we do love Adam.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I fucking think it's about. That's what you gotta do. You gotta get to your seat. You gotta get your drink and you gotta get to the seat.
Sit down. It's starting.
You gotta get to your seat. You gotta get your drink. You gotta get to your seats. You gotta get to your seats and get your drink. In what order, David?
Welcome to the Olsen Twins show.
Yes.
It's clickbait. What has happened to the Olsen twins? Look at them now.
Wow, it's a cute fest up front.
Yeah.
You know, we played here in 1962. You know, it was a shitstorm then. Ringo couldn't even keep his beat.
People rushing in now. This is the show, by the way. I hope you were able to write off your ticket.
Yeah.
You know, just send it to your account, and hopefully you'll get money, a rebate.
This guy's got a laminate. It gets him on all 350 shows from Netflix as a joke this week. So.
I know. Netflix is a joke. Here's Joe Biden talking about the festival. Netflix is a joke. No joke. Good night. You know, he says no joke all the time when it's not a joke.
Get it.
People are dying. I'm not kidding around here. My father died. No joke. We're dying now.
We can't walk him through every joke. You guys will
David,
get it.
there's two of us. We're like the Everly Brothers. I mean, I'll just be
I'm
over
on
here
top
now.
of you like this.
We could just spread the stage. You go over there. Look at this. I've never been part of a duo.
Yeah, it's good. Let's get it going because we got our bud here and we want to get things started.
Fly on the wall. We got a lot of things coming. I'm telling you, many people are saying we got a lot of stuff coming for you tonight. Fly on the wall.
That's Trump.
Trump with a head cold. Thank you.
All right,
You're tremendous.
Let's
Many
get
people are saying.
settled.
let's settle down.
Yeah, we're gonna settle in.
This is our podcast. And by
Yeah.
the way, all joking aside, thanks for coming. I've never done anything like this. And we have our very, 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 very good friend who we all adore as our guest, which is very cool. Look at this. All right. I can just do that.
All right, this next young man coming to the stage.
Yeah.
Dana, you can introduce.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our very dear friend from Saturday Night Live and about 100 movies, the one and only Adam Sandler. Woo! The middleweight champion of the world. Hey, yo, Rocky, what are you doing?
How are you? I didn't even know it started.
We don't. It hasn't started, actually.
What went on so far? Did you guys talk?
We talked. I just got used to talking to a crowd. It's been the pandemic thing. Have you been in front of a crowd since the pandemic?
No, this is the first time. It's going great.
Yeah.
It's going incredible.
Hey, really?
You got a good full one tonight. Yeah. You got a mic, you good? You know,
So you
a
just
hoodie,
keep it
I
in?
wear a hoodie sometimes. It takes about a year and a half off my age, I feel. I think it's smart. It's
Oh,
good.
it's so
Look at
good.
this. Yo, what's up?
The beard is blocking so
I like
much
it.
too.
I like the look. You
I
could
got so-
definitely be on Skid Row and be like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm with you.
Adam, I have to tell you something. Dana, you can listen, but I
This time,
Today-
last time he made me go in the little boy place. Go ahead.
actually today we did a memorial for Norm Macdonald today, and
Yeah.
that was great. We all love Norm. We all work with Norm.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
when there was a break in the action,
Yeah.
it's stupid, but I went to McDonald's just because I had.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you order? What's your McDonald's order?
That's a great question. Then we're gonna get to you in a minute, but I want to get to me.
We like to talk about ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've listened. Good
You
God,
got this.
You, I like listening to. You, I can't fucking believe how much you talk.
I know. No, Adam, it's not that. I have a lot to talk about.
All right, go ahead.
So-
All right, back to David.
Oh, the shirt, 12 grand. What did you ask me? Anyway, so
He's
here's-
rich.
No, here's what happened. I went to McDonald's and I got scared because I went in and people go, "Do you actually?" They can't believe I go to McDonald's and they can't believe I go in. No one goes in anymore. But I'm a man of the people, you know. So I go in and I get filet of fish meal deal.
That's okay.
By the way, I go, "What's your filet of fish of the day? Is it a branzino?"
Take a break.
And then, we laugh. And then we laugh through the bulletproof glass. And then I got.
So then what happened?
And then I get 6-piece McNugget. I don't even know why I'm telling this fucking story. We got Adam here. But Adam loves this kind of shit. This
Love
is
it.
real people stuff. So I get my nuggets and my hot mustard and I sit down. And I sit down in there. I get a little table and I just want to make some fun because I got to go back. And I'm eating, bloop, bloop. And naturally, outside, there's someone who's acting a little crazy.
At the McDonald's.
Yeah, of course. It just comes with the deal. So
He was starting trouble.
I'm like this.
Yeah.
I'm getting nervous because there's a line of cars and he's banging on the windows. And I go, why the fuck did I come in? Because now I'm trapped. Starts heading toward the door. I go, there's no chance. Bam, door opens, drenched in sweat. And he walks right up to me.
He walked
And
away.
he
with-
walks right up. It was Ted Sarandos. No,
Ted
it wasn't.
Ted Sarandos.
No, it was no, it was just a guy, and he was kind of I don't know what was going on, but he's a little crazy. So he goes, "Hey man,
This story keeps fucking
What?
going.
I know, but you guys are interrupting."
We're going to take a short break.
Anyway, he goes, "Give me some money for some food," and I go, "All right," and he's just talking to me. So I go, "Okay," and I give him $10, and then he goes, "Give me your McNuggets."
That's fucking
And
nuts.
he's dropping sweat on. He's like, and I go like this. But I know I don't have a lot of time, and I don't want to argue with him. He's going to kill me. So he goes, I go, "I'll give you one."
What?
I gave him one.
This is a fucking bitch.
I swear to God, today, and I
You
gave
worked this out at the store. Did this bit. I'll give you one nugget.
Give me one rib.
Rich Schneider.
I gave him a goddamn nugget.
Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock.
has that button. Anyway, this is a newer version of that. And then he goes, "Give me another one." And I gave him 2.
Jeez.
And then I go, "That's it. I
Did he
gave you
dip it
$10."
in sauce? Did he dip
He
it
didn't
in
want
his
to. I
sauce?
wasn't gonna let him. He goes, "I'll just dip it in sweat." Boop, boop. So he had 2. And then I go, "Just go buy some." And the people at the cashiers were waving me off like, "Don't send him over here." And so he went over there, and then I got up and left because I got scared. But that's all. Adam, our
And
guest
let's
tonight.
bring that guy out right now.
Actually,
Nugget Man.
you know,
Daryl.
let's look at a clip.
You met a crazy man in a McDonald's.
That's pretty good, though, David.
Anyway,
Remember the crazy man you saw your first day in New York?
Oh, what did
and
I
Paula,
say?
Where you saw a man masturbating in the park?
Yeah, we thought, he was masturbating in the park, and we're walking by. We just got to Manhattan. We're let's go walk in the park. And he's masturbating. We're kind of trying not to look, and he goes, "Hey, have you got the time?" It's like he's jacking off on a car bench, but he's really worried. And a park bench, sorry. Anyway, yes, Adam. You have a
remember
memory
those
like a
days.
steel trap.
I loved it.
We had some fucking crazy times.
Me and you together was the best. When David would come by, we'd be like, all right, we got to listen for a while.
No.
He'd have a McDonald's, or remember the Jack in the Box story? It was like 20 minutes, but it was great. But we had some crazy. We had that one crazy gig where we got lost.
Yes. Me and
Remember that?
Dana went on a great gig. I opened for you. You were the king, and you let me do 10 minutes before you.
It was upstate New York, and
Yes.
there was no cell phones, and we started getting lost, and we just realized, wow, we're really, really lost. So we showed up like 4 hours late, and the students were just sitting up in a gym like this, dead silence, like a church.
Yeah, they were pissed, right?
So I go get him, Adam.
Oh, yeah, you sent me out there.
Did you have your guitar with you?
No, I wasn't guitaring then, but Cajun Man just started.
Oh.
It was Cajun Man, so I said onion, and they gave me some sort of noise, and I was like, okay, this is a new life I got, man.
Fucking Cajun Man's a killer.
But I did 10, 15 minutes. I did fine.
Yeah, you did
You
fine.
said I did great, but I probably did fine. But then you went up and annihilated.
I don't remember it that way.
Yes.
I thought we both had a
Was
rough
your set
set.
8 minutes of Cajun Man?
Anytime something didn't work, I'd go, funny on.
And we ate Cajun afterwards. We found a place in the Pocono Mountains or something, right?
Yeah, we tipped back a few, drove back. And
No, we went crazy in the car. Let's
Yeah.
admit it. On the way back, Adam and I just got a case of the Fuckets, and the car was full of beer.
Yeah.
And we started drinking it,
Yes.
and then you brought out cigars or somewhere.
Something
we had
like that.
cigars.
Yeah.
So we're drinking beer and having cigars and playing Rod
Rod
Stewart for like hours.
I like you
and we
both
went
remember.
crazy, and we ran out of beer, and then we went to a liquor store, but you were with me, and you looked 15 at the time.
That's right.
I had an ID, but he goes, "I'm not selling it to you because of him," and he pointed at you. And then we got him on
I said to him, remember I said, onion? He goes, shut the fuck up.
Usually that worked. They would just hand us a six-pack. Onion. Anyway,
Alcoholism.
we went
Yeah.
crazy, but those
So
were-
let's get to when Adam started stand-up, because you started before me, but you were in New Hampshire.
I did
And-
start before you?
I think,
Okay.
no, maybe it's about the same time.
Yeah.
I started when I was like 18 and a half. And then how old were you?
I was 17.
Oh,
And
when you started stand-up, where did
Yeah,
you go on?
I went on senior year in high school. My brother told me, and my brother was going to Boston University, and then he said, remember I told you, somebody went to Boston University here? No? Hey!
They're like, whatever you want, Adam. Well,
That's
sure.
It's a good school. Congratulations. But anyways, my brother, we were at dinner, and he said, hey, I got you that lottery ticket. I told you, remember you had to wait online and get a ticket to go on stage? And I said, oh
yeah.
my God, you got that? And because he mentioned it a couple of months earlier, and then I went, he said, it's tonight. So I put on a dress shirt. I remember I had a nice dress shirt with stripes. I didn't know how to button this. I was never good at buttoning my own this
here,
right
yeah.
here. So I rolled it up like Spade right there.
Yeah.
And then
Because I still don't know how to do it.
I don't know. Is that happening still? When
It's
I do
funny
it?
that what you would think to wear the first time, because I wore a shirt and a tie.
The first time you went
Yeah.
on? Really? That's nice.
Because I wanted to look also I wanted to look older. I looked very young, and I had to go to a real bar to do it, and the age was 19 in Arizona. So,
what was the bar?
There's one called Chuckles, and then Anderson's Fit the State.
Chuckles?
Mm-hmm.
I know they all have goofy names. Gutbusters.
Was that in Scottsdale?
The Looney Bin.
Oh.
Yeah, Chuckles was the first place I went on. And I didn't mean to stop your story. But where could you go on a bar when you're that young?
I went on at a place called Stitches Comedy Club.
See, Stitches
in Boston.
You're
Did you ever-
17.
17. Went
No
on
one
stage.
gave a fuck. It's so funny. They let anyone go on young.
I didn't even know what to talk about. I was driving down with my brother, and he said, "Did you write anything?" And I said, "No. I'll wing it,
You just
man.
think you're
Everything's
funny?
gonna."
Your brother was like your manager.
Yeah, he 100% was just going, "You got to do something with your life." And so there's nothing else you could do. You really can handle nothing. So I went on. I did the 5 minutes. I had a retainer because I was still young, and I remember just total silence. I was saying stuff that that I thought they would love, that my family's loved for years, and they were just going. And then I remember hearing one guy go, "He's got a retainer," and I was like, smiling. And
Dana had
Do you
a
remember
pacifier.
any of your jokes?
Didn't say anything that made sense. There's nothing to
That
remember.
made
I don't
sense
even
at
know
all.
what happened. I used to get that blank mind like the first 2 years, 3 years of comedy. All day long I'd be practicing and all the shit written down, and like I'm gonna say this, then that, then this, and then I'd get on stage and I'd be like, well, I fucking hate it here. Why am I here right now?
Yeah.
And space out. You guys space out, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Back in the
blank
day.
out all the time. I would be
Terrifying.
nervous all day long, just adrenalized, sweating, just a bright red neck, terrified, pacing.
Yeah.
And
It's funny 'cause
this
when
is
you're-
while I was sleeping. No, my point is this. No, it was stage fright. I mean, you had just basic.
100%.
By the time, well, I don't want to go forward, but by the time you got on SNL, it seemed like you had a lot of confidence pretty quickly then.
I don't know how, but yes.
I'm just curious about a little bit about early Adam, just for a second.
Yeah.
You guys are curious about what made Adam Sandler like?
Thank you.
Whatever you want to. I do this sometimes with our guests. Just a favorite toy or a favorite bike or your first guitar.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have memories about any of those?
All of those. I had a
Okay, favorite toy.
Favorite toy was probably the fucking Evil Knievel.
Oh,
pull
yeah.
cord.
SSP.
Evil Knievel.
SSP, making
I
a
had
jump.
that.
So you wind it up and pull it.
You'd
and it
create your own little jump. You'd put pillows and cardboard, and fucking Evil Knievel would fly off of that. That was fun. I would scratch my mother's tile. She would yell at me for that. What was the second one you said?
You're a bike. I had Stingrays were big when I was a
Stingray.
kid.
Yeah.
Did you have a bike that was a big chariot for you?
Mongoose. I had a mongoose.
A mongoose?
Had a monoshock. I used to do jumps. It was very daredevil-y of me.
I'd love
but
to see you doing jumps. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. Now his
I
neck
do a
would hurt
cross
me.
up, tabletop. Don't worry about it. But
Oh,
I also had the Evil Knievel. That Evil Knievel thing was really good on the commercials about jumps,
Yes.
and then in person, it's fucking impossible to make do
Ram
anything.
the wall
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I just go over and fall. But when were you musical?
Can I tell him about my fucking bicycle?
No. Fucking
So
Hey, we're new to this.
he's gonna hear from me
What are you
right
moving
after.
on from my bicycle? You took over the whole bike thing.
No, I thought it was.
I had this
trying to
hurts.
bail you.
We're learning. We're learning tonight, which is great.
Dana, you're fantastic.
Thank you.
But
It's not true.
But David, no. So I always wanted a Huffy. I wanted a Huffy like everybody else.
Now tell me about a Huffy, because that's
Huffy has like a longer
the long seat. So it was like a Stingray.
like a Stingray. Stingray's got
It'd have a banana seat. They call
Banana
it.
seat,
So
right.
the friend could ride in the back.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. A Huffy, I had more of a cushiony seat. More,
Yes.
it was like a banana, but a little thicker for like dirt riding, right? Like if you ride,
Was it sold at Sears? Was it from Sears?
Well, here's the problem with the Adam Sandler Huffy. So I said to my family I'd like a Huffy. Of course, I didn't get the Huffy. I got something else, a green bike. They took the seat off. My father bought a Huffy seat, and put it on the bike. And I would go down to Webster School, my elementary school, and everyone's popping wheelies and on their Huffies, and I showed up with my Huffy seat and the green bike. And I was like, hey, and they were like, get the fuck out of here with that fake Huffy shit.
Was that a budgetary thing or teaching a lesson for your dad?
There was a time when my dad, he didn't tell us he was so cool.
Yeah.
He didn't have a job for like a year and a half. And I remember he just kept it from us. I'd be like, Dad's always fucking home. This is incredible. But I would ask him, I'd still ask for shit. I'd be like, I saw this thing on TV. Let's go. Get me that.
Let's go.
And he was like, yeah, we'll get to that. And I was like, we'll get to that. What the fuck is happening?
Wow. So it was out of love when he did the Huffy seat.
But I think he had to kind of build that fake Huffy for me.
Were you a daredevil at all? Did you get hurt as a kid? Did you fall off things, break things? I mean,
I was definitely tougher as a kid. I was more fearless as a kid. Now, I was a good skier. I was a good skier.
In New Hampshire?
New Hampshire skier, yeah. So we skied all the time. You, Dana? You ski?
No, I was for rich people. We would have a little inner tube. We'd go to snowball, just go down like that. But the big people up there could pay the money to go up the thing.
No, there was no money. We had Huffy skis. They were fake.
But in New Hampshire, your mountains were like 300 feet, right?
We were in
Northern California.
Yeah.
So how did you get hurt a lot? Did you just fall down?
I was pretty good. I used to do, back in the day, you did a helicopter. On the skis.
On the skis, you could do
that was like a big deal.
Jesus.
Now it's fucking. I don't even think anyone does a helicopter anymore, right? That you look at. No, you never see these guys on TV pop out a helicopter. They're always doing those flips and shit.
Well, they could do anything they want. It's insane
now.
Olympics now. It doesn't even make sense.
There was one guy in my hometown, Robitaille, his last name, Jay Robitaille. He used to do flips. He fucking was at this place, McIntyre. It was a little ski area in my hometown. They'd build a jump for this guy, and no one else could do it, but he would just come down, knock out a flip. Everybody like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, Adam, you go down, and then you go up.
He leans forward. He gets in the air. He leans forward, does a full flip.
Oh, a front flip?
Front flip.
Fuck.
But you would go like a complete
I would do that.
360.
I could do it.
And then land your skis.
And then land. Yeah, I was cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was very good when I was like up to 15, and then I started getting scared.
Okay.
Not being as cool.
So then when did the guitar come in? Like I got a drum set at 14. When did you get a guitar?
Yeah, and you're great on drums. We had some good jams back
We had some good jams too.
Best, yes. My guitar happened, my dad had an acoustic.
Okay.
So he used to play, he'd always sing Mariah, the away out west they got her, right? For wind and smoke and fire.
And they called the wind Mariah.
So thank you. You didn't know that one?
Do you guys know that one?
I did. I knew when to be quiet. You beat me down so much I didn't join in. Even though I have the voice of an angel.
So you got Well, we'll get David in on
get in on
one
the rest.
here.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite entertainment that you saw in your formative years? I say 5 to 13, like TV show or movie that fucking blew your mind, or a comedian.
Blew my fucking mind.
Wild West? No, you're too young.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like my favorite thing. I think the thing that knocked me out when I was I love movies. I loved all the comedies. Like I'm sure everybody up here, the Mel Brooks and all that stuff. Young Frankenstein and Silent Movie and
Blazing Saddles
and all that stuff got me. But
Crazy.
I'll tell you what really got me. I look back at it. I think I was in Florida, or Florida, as you would say, David. But I was in Florida. Florida. And, and so my parents took me to see Eddie Fisher. He sang.
Oh.
Eddie Fisher. And somebody went on before him. From Singing in the Rain, Donald O'Connor. Eddie Fisher. And they came out and did Eddie Fisher closed the show. Donald O'Connor tap dance, and I was sitting with my parents going, holy shit, one guy, you go on stage, you can do that kind of thing. And I got kind of like wanted to get into that.
That's interesting. That sort of turned you on just to performing. Like they didn't know if you'd even like it, and then you really liked it.
I guess so. I mean, I don't think they were trying to talk me into it. They were just trying to have a nice night out in Florida. And then I was just kind of locked into, I used to sing a lot in the car. I used to sing a lot. My mother always said I sang good. My father would just stare like this.
What would you sing? You remember? Just songs off the radio?
Oh my God. It was a pain in the ass because I sang a lot of Johnny Mathis for my mother.
Oh, really?
She'd always sing Chances Are. And I'd be like, chances are, cause I wear a silly grin. Whatever I did, and it was fine, not great.
Chances are you will. I had the same. Used to see him.
Yeah. The big vibrato. And then
you had the pipes.
I sang Maria from West Side Story. I sang, this is when I was little, like 10. And but my mother always said I had a good voice, and my father was like, he's all right. And
didn't your mom, who was such a cheerleader, that if Sinatra came on, she would say, "You're better"?
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
supportive mom.
Oh, you know what's funny? My mother. Speaking of that, my uncle worked at a clothing company, and when I went to NYU, I was a stand-up. There you go. And I was a stand-up. I was making no money. Like all of us. And my mother called my uncle and said, "Can Adam model for you?" And my uncle was like, "I'll talk to them." And she's like, "He really needs the work. Help him model." And I'm like, "Really? I'm a model?" She's like, "You're gorgeous." And and then my uncle,
your mom,
you're wonderful. And then my uncle had to just go, he's fucking looks terrible in a suit. He's not great. There's not a good angle on him.
You own a suit now, don't you?
What?
You own a suit now.
I actually, because of my daughter's bat mitzvah, I had to get the fucking suit dry cleaned this morning. I don't think it's going to fit either. I've been swelling up.
No.
What can you do?
All right, so
go ahead, Dana. You had so many questions.
I know. Well, then you go to
He's the worst. That's your hero, Adam. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah,
we're kind of up in that area. Toy bike. Now I gotta have a roadmap.
This is good, man. Wilt
Stud Boy.
The Stud Boy. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Wilt joke. Now Chris Rock called that one of the best pure jokes ever written.
Thank you, Chris.
And that was early stand-up.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, David,
good.
you want to? Because
Let's
I'm
hear
just thinking of Adam grows up, he goes to NYU, and then he's in New York, he's 17.
Yes.
Within 6 years, you're on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So what happened in those 6 years, David?
Well, Adam was a great stand-up, had a very unique perspective, interesting delivery, good, memorable joke. It was more like one joke, one joke, right? Yeah, not really stories. It was kind of like that. And I wasn't even, we didn't have YouTube, all that shit, so I didn't know you till I actually physically saw you.
Yeah.
That was in the Valley. It was at the Improv and the Valley Improv. You ever go to the Valley Improv, Dana?
Did you ever do that, Dana?
Oh, yeah, I did that when I was living in New York in 1981, doing a sitcom with Nathan Lane and Mickey Rooney.
Wow.
I worked one of the boys. You check it out. And with Scatman Carruthers as well. But you like, Jack Tarabuto told me once that he was your partner for a long time, and he knew you back then. You would just do a bit. You'd go to a club, wouldn't quite work, and then you keep going and going. And you'd come back like a week later, and you had it killing. So you were very tenacious about it, right?
Yes. I don't know why. I was not. I was probably the same as you guys. You just, I don't know. I believed in it. I kept doing it. Found a way to kind of phrase it right.
Do it till it works. Or do you ever tape? I used to tape mine, and it was very excruciating to listen to your own voice, but you would think you killed, and it was really just one person laughing loud.
Yeah.
Or you'd think it was nothing, but then you said something you forgot in between the jokes that was good. So you'd sort of like piece it together and then try it again and tape it. And yeah, I did the same thing you do where you pulled out of a hat, but it was more sickening because I drove out from Arizona, and then they'd have at the Improv amateur night. And so I'd sit there and they'd pull a name and read it, and you'd come up. So we're all waiting.
Yeah.
And every time they pull it, you get nervous, and it's not you. And I go, oh.
And then, you almost don't want it to be you sometimes. So you're like, good, they're not going to get to
right.
me.
And then it was tough. And then by the end of the night, I'm like,
scared.
I don't even need it now. It was, and then it never worked that way. And I think it was rigged. I think they knew who was going up. They had friends of friends. But I finally got a few things. But then we wound up running to each other.
How did you do your first night?
How'd I do?
Yeah.
First night of stand-up?
Yeah.
That's a good question. When I started stand-up, I take the mic off.
Can I get you anything, Adam? No, it's actually
I just remember
first time as a
we
good
were
story.
spoiled because when I got to Saturday Night Live, or I was in the Valley, and I was seeing comics. I was seeing guys like Drake Sather, who was great. I saw Adam was great. Schneider was funny.
Yeah, he was great.
I was just wound up seeing guys that in a million years, how would we all get on SNL? It was so weird that it would happen that way.
When you came in, it was like a firestorm. But you guys you kind of like had 20 minutes, right? You weren't headlining on the road. You had a great 20.
Pretty
and then
good
SNL
20, yeah.
people saw you in the clubs.
That's right.
And they liked your writing. You got hired as a writer.
Yes. Dennis hooked me up. Dennis Miller.
So
Dennis Miller.
Dennis was the one who saw you. That's true.
Yeah, Dennis Miller saw me a few times at the Santa Monica Improv. And he waited in the back after. I think you guys knew each other already.
I knew he was my favorite comic back then.
You probably introduced us then.
Maybe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he watched me and he said he liked some of my jokes and he was so nice to me and we loved him and we idolized him and he heard they were Lorne was looking at new people and he said, you should check out the Sandman and
Sandingo, yeah.
He gave you that moniker?
Yeah,
because Dennis he always has a name for somebody.
Yeah, right.
Christ's sakes, Sandman hitting it heavy down at the Prov in Santa Monica, okay? Tearing up the beach communities with his wilt-to-stilt humor. Okay? Sorry, I love being Dennis. I love being in that attitude. But thank you. So, what was do you remember your first bit that kind of became your rock? Like even if the set was not going well, you had one that started to work?
Yes, I had one that I said Vicks Vapor Rub. I used to say, remember Vicks Vapor Rub? When your mother would rub it on your chest.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother would be rubbing it on my chest, and then we make eye contact. And I was like, I thought we were just friends, Ma. That was like my.
That was a great one.
That was my big guarantee back then.
Did you ever say this one when you go? I remember that joke very well. I thought that was a great one. And he said, when I was, people say, if you could live your life over, would you change anything? You go, yeah. When I was walking when I fell down the stairs, I might have grabbed the rail next time.
Oh yeah,
was that something like that?
Yeah, that was it. Jeez, I forgot that.
I mean, there's obviously Wilt Chamberlain, but you had so many good jokes, and they were so different and odd. And then Dennis got you on.
Yeah, Dennis.
But it's good to be different. It's very hard to be different. And so when I auditioned that night, it was with Rock, Dana Gould, and three other good comedians. Where were you?
I was in Chicago. Flew to
Chicago. That's right. Rock was Chicago. That's
Rock
right.
did great. I did fine. Dana Gould destroyed.
Great God damn, that's what happened with me too.
He was incredible. So he should have got it.
He's great.
I don't know why. He wrote for he did a lot of great stuff. But somehow I got hired as a writer like David did. And then it would be David and Schneider, me, and who else was a writer? Anybody else? Just us three?
Because Farley and Rock got hired that year, and they were just straight.
They were on
feature or cast members. Yeah, everybody wrote for themselves. Like Dana wrote, but Dana was never credited as a writer.
If you got on as a main player, you never got a writer's credit for some reason. But whatever, it's just part of the deal.
That was good sneaky money, though. I didn't want to be a writer, but we didn't make much money, but you'd get kicked a rerun in perpetuity, and that was nice. Even though it was 2 cents, but it was nice to you get a stack of checks, and it's the host, so it's like 18 cents, Alec Baldwin, 18 cents, Tom Hanks, Glenn Close. So that was kind of fun to rack that up, the bricks.
You've invested wisely.
Yeah, invested wisely. And then But we didn't make a ton. I'm sure when you started, we didn't make shit.
I don't think we couldn't believe we were getting paid, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
Who
a big
cares?
deal to get money.
Just maybe, like you net like maybe 20 grand for the whole season or
Oh,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Just live in a hovel. Yeah, it was really. But there I was with Phil, late great Phil, Jen Hooks, God bless him.
Yes.
And
Phil,
Mike Myers. And Lovitz, and the show was really cooking. And then you guys came off like the mothership in Close Encounters, Here comes Rock and Sandler. And I remember the first time I saw you in the office, you were just kind of sitting at the big table on the 17th floor, Saturday Night Live. And I was doing pretty well on the show, But I liked you immediately. You just had this vibe about you that was really, really funny.
Well, that's amazing.
And likable, and that's a big part of the
you
DNA.
sensed the love we all had. Dana was the king. Dana, I'll tell you, remember, it was almost like at a stand-up club. If Dana had a skit and your skit was going on after, you were just like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because Dana
if he
would
was
crush
on,
so hard.
You got to follow Church Lady or something.
Yeah,
Are you talking about read-through or on the show?
Anything.
Read-through is bad.
But on the air was the biggest explosion in the place. And then your skit would do fine, but in your weird comedy brain, you're just like, how the fuck do I get those Dana laughs?
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of help. Make a talk show, and then have Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks come on a lot. Crazy stuff. But so you come on, you get on the show. You're like,
what's your first big? What was your first? You probably did Update first, right? Or did you write Racky Pete or something?
No, that was Al Franken wrote that.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to do the noise now? You do that. All right. But
I'd like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, like in classic comedy. Sorry, David, you weren't finished. Sorry, you're gonna like this one because you didn't really lean on it much. But in the beginning, I remember in the classic comic sense of the idiot. So, like, there's Jerry Lewis is like the king, and then I remember you would do the hunched over guy, and he would do that sound. Where did that guy come from? Because that instantly made me laugh so hard because you were so committed.
I don't even know, man.
It's very musical. Can you do more?
Always felt good in a microphone. Oh, I don't even know if that ever got on the air. If I ever did that,
I just remember seeing that and really loving it. But there's one character I want to break down, unless David has a question, because I'm. Sure.
Go ahead.
We're really close friends. The Opera Man, the evolution of Opera Man, that then became the indestructible killer bit of all time. By the time you got it on the update desk with the pictures and you were mixing.
Great wig.
So,
good wig.
Adam,
good
I'll let you fit, but talk about the origins of that and the way you did it and then the way you ended up doing it. It evolved, right?
Gotcha. Yes, it
okay,
did.
go ahead.
Right. Yes.
That's my question.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good question. And I remember you knew the guy. So there was a man on the street who used to sing opera on the street. He used to hold the can up and you'd be walking down the street and he'd kind of come at you and go, hey! And he'd sing really hot and he'd charge you. And you'd be like, whoa! And you give him money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I first started doing it around the
love
office.
that. I didn't know that. I met that guy today at McDonald's. He wasn't singing though. He's in between sets.
Adam, what would a guy like that be ordering like at McDonald's? How would he sound?
Did he order? Hey, barbecue sauce.
The thing that you can sound exactly opera is one more gift on SNL. If you can
have a voice.
If they'd write a singing sketch, obviously Adam wrote a lot of his own, but if they'd write somewhere you sing, you can get in. If you can play an instrument, you can get in. There's so many things if you can do. Dance. So if you do, I didn't do a lot of those things, which was kind of a drag, but Adam can sing so well and actually write songs that are catchy, because a lot of those things you don't update were actually really catchy on top of just being funny. And so that combo is big. And that Opera Man was a fucking cruncher. That always
That
killed.
was a gift from
Didn't
the
you
Turners.
do it off on the stage next update initially?
Yeah, no, first time I did it, it was just gibberish. It was like, it was a theater thing. And I think maybe you or was it Phil?
That's what I remember. I don't know if I remember this
maybe
right.
maybe you.
But
You
I
were
was
like-
in my office.
Yes,
and Adam,
that's it. That's
Adam
it.
used to go around the office on all fours. So then I hear a little knock, and I'm in my office. So I open it up, and you're on all fours. You go, oh, and then you were asking me to do something, introduce Opera Man,
you
right?
were the man.
So I did
That's
remember
right.
that. So
you were like a theater guy who would say,
Yeah.
tonight the Opera Man.
Yeah.
Something like goes from the emotion of, like trying
Yes.
to catch the bus. But unfortunately, he misses the bus. But then he sees his mother, is behind the bus and picks him up. Let's watch the Opera Man.
Okay.
Or something
That
like
was
that.
how it's
And
happening.
I'd
Yes.
walk. I'd be like, and then I'd see my mother be something like that. And that was it. And it did good. It did good at the table.
It did good.
You know, Sandler, it's good if you, a trick on SNL is if Adam was probably slightly newer then, but if you anchor it with Dana, who they love.
Oh, right.
And then he brings you on, and then they go, hey, Dana seems to like it. and then they
I'm
start
happy
to
to
like
help.
the new guy. It helps you. When you're new, it helps.
No, it was Dana's the best at it, so that's what it was. But anyways, it did fine. It was up at the table. It did well. Everybody, remember, after a while, they started liking us at the table. When David and I first were on SNL and at the table, and we tried to get on and we do full skits for ourselves, everybody else was kind of like, calm down.
That's enough, guys. Yeah, that's enough.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah.
Right. But then by this time, they were like, all right, give him a shot. And then we did that, and it didn't do great, so Lauren didn't put it on. But then the Turners, out of nowhere, Bonnie and Terry Turner.
Great writers.
Great
They wrote
writers.
for the show for 8-9 years.
Wayne's
Yeah.
World.
Wayne's World.
You
they,
and Mike.
Yeah, they were.
They wrote the first Tommy Boy draft, too.
What's that?
They wrote the first draft of Tommy Boy.
They wrote, that's right. Tommy Boy, that's right.
They were monsters. I don't even know why we don't talk about them more. They had some huge sketches.
You guys should have them on this show.
I'd love it.
We'd
Great.
love to.
Yeah, they're
Hi,
great.
Bonnie. Hi, Terry. In case
Hello,
they're
guys.
listening to this when it's released.
But they wrote what? What we said?
And Lindsay, their daughter.
Their daughter, Lindsay.
Yes. But anyways, they wrote this thing, and they talked to me. I was in my office. They were like, so remember that Opera Man thing you did? We came up with an idea for the news, and they showed it to me, and I was just so dumb and young and whatever I was, and I was like, yeah, I guess. I guess we could try it that way.
It was Opera Man on the news, that you said?
Opera Man on the
Doing
news,
the news.
showing current
Oh, and then
events,
you
and then me
rhyme it,
singing
you
about
sing
him
it.
and
Ah,
blah,
it's-
blah, blah. And I didn't really, I
What
was
a-
like, no, Opera Man speaks gibberish, and that doesn't make any
You
sense.
don't understand Opera Man.
So then it became a divorce. So how would it, you would do current events with like Trumpo. And,
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
it just crushed.
That was all those guys wrote it. I got to be it. They would give me the melodies, and Cheryl would write it on
Cheryl
piano.
Hardwick. Yeah.
And they would just give me all the goods, and I mean, it was the greatest gift ever.
That was a
I
home run.
Got to wear the
Did you do it with
wig.
Eddie Vedder or not? You sing like Eddie Vedder once? You go,
I sang like Eddie
Was it
Vedder
as
once.
Opera Man or was it something
Opera
else?
Man singing about Pearl Jam, yeah. And then, and remember when, I think they were even on the show, Pearl Jam, that night.
Oh, that's right.
But
So
anyways,
what would he say? A Vedder? Or what do you?
He
What,
ran.
I mean, you got the pipes, kid. You
No,
still
you,
got the,
you were going, hey, I'm saying little songs out of made of concrete.
yeah.
But you sound exactly like him.
I can't do it now. I know Eddie Vedder.
It's a certain thing he does.
He's got a thicker, lower voice. Than
His
any
voice
of us
is
have.
unreal.
It's a juicy voice.
We share an office, me and Farley, and then you walk through our office to get to Adam and Chris Rock. So when the door was closed, I'd hear, oh, ho, ho, hey, and I'm like, oh my God, he's got a killer cooking in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the oven.
We all got excited when we landed on a good impression. But I did one with Lovitz, an Opera Man
Yes,
with Lovitz.
yes.
That was a great one.
awesome.
He can sing great.
And that was a perfect, only other guy who could do it besides you, because
Oh,
he's got
man.
pipes and
Yes.
he's just a funny, so that was a killer.
That was amazing.
He played your brother or something?
It was Glenn Close and Lovitz, and maybe they were my parents. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I remember they came on and sang with me.
Only on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
You know.
that's right.
Can we? I could go anywhere. It's so much fun.
I wanted to ask about when he does bits when you get to bring in one of the musical stars. I think McCartney did Red Hooded Sweatshirt with you.
Oh, that was the great.
God damn.
I'm so
Farley did something
jealous.
with him. You did something
Yes.
with him.
I
We love
left just
McCartney,
right
yeah.
before McCartney hosted.
You weren't there then?
I missed it. I was a fool. You know, he was upset, you know, because we'd met at 86 at Lauren's house. He called me up. I don't know why you didn't stick around, Dan. You know, we could have had a plonker. We'd be plucking, looking at each other. I go, who is this? Nobody important. No,
He's crank
I
calling
missed that. But you got to do a thing. What did you do with Paul McCartney?
It was Red Hooded Sweatshirt. I wrote it with Ian Maxtone Graham and I forget who else, somebody else, and we had dip, I had dip and
Dip, dip, dip.
shabalama ding dong and stuff like that. I say it, and then as it progressed, Kevin Nealon did it with me, and then I said, let's call out Paul and Linda, and Paul and Linda McCartney. We wrote it for him, and then Lorne said, I said, will they do it? He goes, well, you have to talk to them, and so I went to Lauren's office. They were eating, I think.
They were on the show or they were just visiting?
They were. Paul was the guest.
Okay.
And Linda was with him.
You walk in and you have to convince them.
I just had to come in with the dopey guitar and be like,
Yeah.
hi, my heart's pounding through my chest.
Did you crawl in or did you walk?
I was skip. That was when you were going to pitch it. Remember, you'd skip across. No, I'm making that up. Sorry. Go ahead. So you walk in there. I mean,
Lauren's eating Chun-Li Chinese,
Chun-Li, I love it.
and Paul and Linda there. And Linda's amazingly nice, and Paul's amazingly nice. And I sing them the little thing, and they laughed. And then I left, and then I was like, I don't know if that worked or not. But then they said yes, and they. Forever, I got that. I sang with them, hung out with them after the show, hung out. Stella was there. Remember, Stella was a kid. She came to the show.
Stella McCartney, the fashion designer.
Yes, and she was such a nice kid. She was like our age then, you know, like whatever we were. And
let's keep the numbers out of it.
I saw him discipline his kids on Long Island. Went over to his house and. You know, I think James had a little toy sword, a plastic sword, and he dropped it down on his sister. And Paul goes, you do that one more time, we're going to have a problem. So it's funny to see him as a dad. Yeah, see him as a dad. So,
I remember
we'll love him.
Some comic said he had $1 billion. He was the first one with $1 billion. And they go, if he lost his wallet in a cab and there was $500 million in it, he'd still have $500 million. That was some comic joke. But do you remember when Farley's brothers came to the show and McCartney was on that stupid story where Paul looked the same as Paul McCartney growing up, but he had a little bit of gray hair. And so Farley's brothers were standing there with red cups. There was no security. So the music comes out of their dressing room, walks by the 8H page desk, and they walk right into the show. And they go, Paul McCartney, 1 minute till you're on live. And so you see he comes out with a bodyguard on the front and back, and he walks out with his guitar, and it's fucking Paul McCartney. I'm there with Farley's idiot brothers, and they're all drunk. And he comes around, and they go, and one of them goes, hey, Paul. And he looks over and he goes, getting a little gray. And he goes, and then
I remember that, man.
he walks out, and I go, are you an idiot? He goes, he looked. And then he goes on the monitor, and they're like 15 seconds, and he looks in the monitor, and he goes like this. He got in his head right before he went out.
Oh, no.
And he's like, and then, anyway. So I will say one of my proudest moments, because sometimes Adam and I would try to write together, or we would all try to think of excuses to all be in the same sketch or whatever.
Yes.
And the one I like the best is the Gap Girls when we were in the
that was
mall,
all David.
in the mall, and then Farley says, lay off me, I'm starving.
Oh,
That is one of the
best.
funnest ones we ever did.
Yeah, man.
And Schneider was in it, and Sarah Gilbert was a host.
Oh, yeah.
And we were all, that was just the fun for me, because we would all just rehearse. So, you write it, if it gets in, you laugh at read through, you laugh, when we talk about who plays what parts and what we say, and then
You really
add jokes.
wrote all that stuff, though. That
I
was
know,
all
but then
you.
everyone adds jokes, whatever you want, and then we got to do it on. So you have to rehearse all week or once
Yeah,
or
you
twice.
get to be
and
together,
That's a good
rehearse, and
reason to hang out is to rehearse.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Does everyone know about the Gap Girls? Because there's a young audience. Okay. Because there's some younger people here.
It was just a sketch where we all worked at the Gap. We played girls, and it was infuriating to
And
everyone.
how did you talk?
Whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
God,
like,
that's so
weren't you at the
yeah.
folding meeting? Yeah. And I went to the Gap and studied it, and they showed how they put a clipboard in the sweaters and pulled them out and folded them out.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
mesmerized. And then they would actually, this is when you feel kind of like a big deal, because if you get a sketch on and you're just some doofus from Arizona and it's like a dumb sketch about the Gap, and then when they bring the sketch is written and it's put up on his feet, they talked to the Gap and brought a whole section of the Gap over. So they had a security guard because it would cost so much. It was real pants, real sweaters. And it was just a chunk of the Gap they moved in, and the Gap liked it because it was free advertising. Yeah. Even though we made them all look like morons. But it was still really fun. And then we all hung out there and would practice in there, rehearse, whatever it's called. And it was great. So we did a couple of those. We did Gapperty, when it was Jeopardy. And it was just a fun way for me, you, and Farley to be in sketches.
Yeah.
And that was
What was
really,
our names again?
Say it again?
What was our names on the Gap?
Christy.
Lucy.
He was Cindy, and you might have been Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And does anyone know?
Something like that.
Do you remember the one that, because a lot of times you don't really get to rock and roll with somebody in a sketch. So you and I had a crazy sketch. When I came back to guest host.
Dogs?
No.
Will you play drums? What?
Pepper Boy.
Oh, well, that was
let's
the
talk about
best.
Pepper Boy.
So
Yeah.
that
was incredible.
That was like, you and I were peaking on the air show. Chris Farley was, Tim Meadows was.
Yes. Farley crossed his eyes.
Let's talk about that for a second. That was Steve Coren started.
That's right.
Wrote it. So it's just too. I was kind of he was my protege. I was the mentor. I was obsessed with how to do the pepper.
The huge pepper mill.
And Adam was kind of the
young
underling and really eager. And I'll just set it up for a second. It did well in read through.
Yeah.
Pretty well in rehearsal. Dress show, pretty good.
Yeah.
Then Steve Coren comes to me and tells me something you want to do
What was
between shows.
Was it the?
So at one point we had I was gonna. You were going crazy. You were so nervous. Remember, I slapped you.
Yeah.
Comedy, it's always threes. And then I headbutt you, right?
Yeah, with the sound effects.
So between dress and air, Steve Coren, the writer, comes in and says, Adam's going to put the pepper shaker between his legs. So you're going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we timed it great, but we really peaked on air.
Yeah, that was amazing. That doesn't happen every time.
We committed so hard. I mean, because Tim Meadows was sitting there and I was doing the
man.
pepper. You like a pepper, huh?
Oh,
I mean, it became I don't know if it was sexual or something, but we were just on another level.
I'd say once 2 weeks, if I'm in a restaurant, a guy with the pepper thing will be like, fresh pepper? And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. And do you remember what happened? Like, Farley was always the best at breaking people because he could be explosively funny. Do you remember his line and what he did on the air?
I know what it is too.
Yeah.
We flew in from Tommy Boy.
Yes.
For just the show, and then we had to fly back.
Oh.
And he goes, I have a line in Pepper Boy. And didn't he have a big beard?
He had a big
he looked
beard.
ridiculous. He really hammed it up.
His line was, why thank you, Pepper Boy,
Why,
right?
thank you. He said, I'm going to make you laugh. He goes, Etsy, I'm going to make you laugh out there.
I think he
he taunted you?
Before it started, he goes, Etsy, I'm going to make you laugh out there. And I go, all right. And then
I think he leans back and goes, why, thank you, Pepper Boy.
I've never seen a human being transform like that.
I think
he had like 12 chins and
perfect amount of pepper. But huge beard for no reason.
But he saved it for the air show.
He did, yes. He crossed his eyes, too.
Adam starts to turn purple. That's the stage. I'm over here. Adam's turning toward me and trying not to go. The sketch had gone so well that I stayed in character. But I said, don't break. Do you remember? Do you remember that?
Of course. That's funny, man. You were the pro. You were the pro.
The funny thing is Farley wasn't even supposed to say it that loud. It made no sense. He's supposed to go, why, thank you, Pepper Boy. But he goes, why, that?
He lost his marbles.
That's his mind.
But that was an electric sketch for a restaurant sketch.
And then Il Cantonori, when we did that
Well, you guys wrote Il Cantonori.
That was major.
Was explosive.
But you would take the reins, murder.
Yeah.
Then we'd have a little thing to do when we were like, let's jump on the Dana fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know quite if you guys killed too. You and Schneider came in.
We
you're
did good, but you got them all ready.
That was an Italian restaurant where all the waiters are too sexual with Christy Alley and all the women that come in. They're like, oh, bellissima, bellissima,
bellissima.
Right. Yeah.
I start licking Christy Alley's face. I'm supposed to lick her face really hard. I remember in rehearsal, I go, is this okay? And she goes, oh yeah, go for it. Whatever you want to do. Bellissima, I like it. Oh, you like it. But you guys were just,
Crusher.
You and Schneider came in with, Schneider had no clothes on or something. What was
I had no clothes on. That was I was the guy back then. I could take my fucking shirt off and feel okay. Now there's a reason the sweatshirt's on at all times.
He has another shirt in case that somehow falls off. You know what's another crusher was Lunch Ladyland, and a great song. I called Sandler about a year ago. I go,
yes,
it's on my iPod, and it came in, and
really?
I go, this is a good song when he goes, Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe, yeah. I go, the way you write it, and it's actually funny, and then you do a sketch, and it's funny, and then you hear it again, you go, that's actually a good song. Like you can... It's always catchy songs. I
sang that on my album before I sang it on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah, you did it first.
I did it first on the album, and Farley was at the taping of my album, and so when I'm singing on the album, Sloppy Joe, I think I'm in Santa Barbara. I don't remember where I was. Just a cool club. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it, but it was a club. We were recording. Farley was in the crowd going nuts. And then his crazy voice is so, when I'm going, Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe, you hear Farley going, Sloppy Joe, like, and he never even heard the song before. He just kind of said, all right, he's going to say Sloppy Joe.
Wow.
Did it.
Yeah, that was a crusher.
Was that on They're Gonna Laugh at You, which was...
They're all gonna laugh at you.
2 times platinum.
That was a biggie.
You're the last guy to really sell comedy albums, I think.
I don't know if there's been some after, but with that back in the day, that was, you were on it.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
Hey buddy, buddy.
The buddies.
We did buddy, dude, homie. Yeah, that was a great one.
What the Hell Happened to You was another one.
Yes. Thank you.
That was where your real acidy humor came out on those albums.
That was where I got to curse a lot for the first time, and David cursed with me, and we all we were so excited. It was like being on Saturday Night Live.
I just thought it was like jazz. I mean, the one about the announcer with the champion. You say the word
champion.
It's a golf announcer. You do it. You say the word champion like 500 times. Go ahead.
It's about a golfer who has like a 9-stroke lead, and he's on the last hole, and he keeps missing putts.
And you're the announcer.
I'm the announcer going, the champion is feeling it today, and he's about to set the course record, and the champion. And then he putts it, and you hear the crowd go, oh, and the champion laughs that off. 8-stroke lead now, all that kind of shit. And then it gets more and more
just insane,
closer to being like choking. And he's like, well, he's up 3 strokes. Hopefully he can put this one in. And then it's Blake Clark is doing the voice of the champ, and he's going, God fucking damn it. Anyways,
those albums were good because like they lay into the crowd of college kids in the summer, and then you come back and you're even bigger on SNL because they're like playing them over and over.
The albums were the
biggest
deal besides Saturday Night Live because, like you said, I would go out on tour. The kids who were coming to see me knew the albums, so they knew some of the songs, they knew some of the characters, and that definitely relaxed me on stage.
Yeah.
All of us, we used to have fun.
Well, let's just say, because you've given me a lot of props, that by the time you're after about 2 years in on SNL, you really were just like top notch. I mean, you were crushing consistently on that show, and the audience was falling in love with you because. You know, when you'd sing Hanukkah song, when you would do your guitar or Thanksgiving song.
Right.
First of all, you're a really good acoustic player.
Not bad.
And you can hold a great melody, and then it's so silly and funny, and also watching you enjoy it. Not breaking, but just the light in your eyes.
Right.
It's so infectious.
It was exciting.
Yeah,
man. I remember that. I remember singing that at the table, the turkey song, the Thanksgiving song for like Smigel and a couple other writers at the table going, singing it to them, and if they laughed, I was like, oh fuck, okay, they think it's
You're
funny.
onto something, yeah.
It was a big deal. If those guys, the great writers on the show, when they would smile at what your idea was, like Jim Downey, if he said something was good, you would just like, even if it didn't get on, you were like, all right, I'm funny now.
Yeah, we had the A team there. Was Smigel, genius, Downey, brilliant. You know, we had some incredible writers helping us.
When was
achieve
your
our
first
dreams.
movie? That was when we did the summer we did Tommy Boy. You did Billy Madison, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the next summer, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
And then those movies kept making it more than the other ones. They give you another one,
Yeah.
and then it was Wedding Singer. Was
Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
And then Waterboy. I think
fucking
that was where it was the
Waterboy.
mic drop. At that point, you were a movie
Yeah,
star.
it was too big.
When you do you did, of course, Billy Madison, but you do Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, and Waterboy
Yeah.
within like 24 months or something.
Then Big Daddy.
Then Big
Another
Daddy,
mega monster.
Do you have too many? I can't even.
You know, when Waterboy came out, I was hosting, and you were there that weekend, and we were going to do a bit in the monologue, and then you had to fly back. Waterboy was such a fucking. They told us, or they told you how much it made, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then you had to get back, and I changed my monologue, and I just did stand up. I wasn't doing stand up in monologue.
You're kidding me. I was supposed to go out with you.
Well, we were going to do audience member, you know, when you go,
man.
oh, yes, can I do it? And you're going to
man.
ruin my monologue with questions. And then they go, Lauren goes, well, you know, you said you had to go. And I go, all right, well, what do I do? And he goes, stand up.
Oh, really?
Aren't you a stand up? I go, well, I fucking never do it anymore. I go, tonight? So he goes, just throw some things together. I go, so you can't go practice or run to Catch a Rising Star. So I put some together, but it's so fucking terrifying to do a monologue anyway. And then cordless mic.
Hosting's hard.
And then everyone's like,
Well, that is the worst when you're doing stand up and you're about to go out and you look for the mic and then the guy makes the decision for you, like, don't use a hand mic, use this. And then you go and you don't have a fucking mic in your hand. You're like, holy shit, what do I do with both my hands?
I go like this, hey. You don't
I
know
know,
what to
we're
do.
not used to it. You know?
Or a mic stand. I lean on a mic stand. Sometimes it's not there.
Oh,
I go,
yeah, looking for a mic stand to lean on,
It's
right?
just like drowning. Yeah.
Yeah, when you first start to stand up, you just hold the mic like this.
Oh, God, you're choking it, yeah.
Did you go with Bill? Like I'm sorry.
I remember shooting Billy
Yeah.
Madison, and you guys were shooting Tommy Boy and hanging out up in Toronto
Yeah,
together.
we were in the same place because we came over there, and that was the night when you remember when you did that thing called there was like a crime scene joke with everybody where they go in a room and you go walk in and it's a crime
Oh,
scene.
yeah.
Anyway, so but Adam's movie was called Billy Madison. Our movie was called Billy the Third.
Yeah, it was Billy the Third.
And so we changed it, and we just didn't know what to call it. Of all things, we both have the same lead as the same name. Yeah. So we eventually changed ours because the name of the movie was Billy the Third.
But fucking hanging out in Toronto with you and Farley.
That was great.
We had a couple weeks together. It was
nice. I didn't know that.
that.
Yeah. And then, so then you do all those movies that seem to work out.
You did
for
some
you.
movies. By the way, my wife and I watched,
we watched Hustle
last night.
What'd you see?
Hustle.
You saw Hustle?
Loved it.
I
think it's a great movie.
Yeah, we got to talk
minute.
about Hustle is a movie he's got coming out.
I got a new movie, yes.
It's on Netflix, and it's kind of like Hoosiers meets Rocky meets Moneyball.
Yes.
And you're
100%.
great in it.
Thank you. Man.
Really great.
Thank you.
It's just a really it really works as a movie. I got teary eyed.
Yeah,
it got
man.
me.
That's so great, Dana.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much we can give away. Adam's a basketball
sports agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Coach.
I didn't see it all. Adam works at Magic Mountain.
I watched it
think
twice.
I saw a different movie. No, Adam's you're a scout. Yeah, he's a scout, and then he's wants to be a coach.
I discover a guy in Spain. I want to be a coach. I can't get on the staff, and I've been working for the Sixers for many years, and I find out. Yeah, you like the Sixers? I'm nervous about Joel there. I hope everything's.
I'm nervous. Yeah,
that is a good team though. But anyways, I discover a guy in Spain, Juancho Hernan Gomez. He's just he's an NBA player who never acted a day in his life.
Yeah,
and he's so fucking good. It's
he's
great.
so
He was
great.
great
You
in
really
it.
believe he's just from this little village
Yes.
and really just has nothing going on. Beautiful jump shot. I knew it wasn't CGI.
Yeah, you knew it was
I mean, like
like
an
a real
amazing.
player.
Yeah.
All you think is how many times you got to do every scene he makes, every basket. And you go, is he making all these fucking baskets? Because I've been on sets where they're like, going again. I'm like, make it. Let's get the fuck out of here. But it's very hard to do that in all those scenes where it's pivotal. He has to make it in a crowd with a crowd behind him. And you got all these NBA players in it. It's very real.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Heidi Gar. Is it Heidi Gar?
Heidi's in it.
Oh yeah, he's got an
Heidi
SNL,
Garner's in it. She
that's
cast
right.
member.
Yeah, Heidi Gardner.
She plays Robert
She did a nice
daughter,
job.
who Robert Duvall owns in the movie, owns the Sixers.
Yeah.
And he has Ben Foster's his son and Heidi Gardner's his daughter, and they all work for the organization. And Heidi's excellent in it.
Yeah, and she's great in it. And Duvall must have been huge to be in the same movie.
That was amazing, hanging out with Duvall.
Must have been. What
She
was that
shot
like?
the shit with Robert Duvall we were together 3-4 days. Did all our scenes together. We talked and sat. I sat in he has a Rolls Royce in the movie. I fucking sat in the back of a Rolls Royce. Just talked about The Godfather. Talked about
like in
everything.
between setups.
It wasn't like he just was cool. He was just talking about everything. And he's 90-something years old, and he was just a sweetheart. And he was great stories about James Caan, and he just fucking knows everybody.
See, that would just you're a fly on the wall at that point.
Yeah.
And he's
100%.
talking about The Godfather.
You're talking about The Godfather, just saying the
You
first
try not
names.
to ask him about it. You're like, what other movies you liked? And he's like,
Sonny, the protection squad, Sonny, they're gonna help us. You always had that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Well, you also he
do
gives this,
Brando.
I think, because the movie, I don't want to give anything away, but it kind of goes roller coastery. But you have to get on the phone, and it was like very great acting, solid scene where I was like, oh my god, that must have been hard to do, but very, like a tearjerker. There's a couple of scenes like that in there that are really get you into the movie. And that guy was the basketball player was great. Actually, remember I ran into you. Golfing?
We played golf with Juancho.
And you were with him, and this guy's in the movie, and then he was super cool then.
He's 6'9".
Yeah.
He's from Spain. Him and his brother both are in the NBA. He plays for the Spanish national team. He's on the Utah Jazz now, and he just did it as a fucking joke because of the pandemic. They were like going around saying, we're looking for a basketball player. Adam Sandler's got some movie LeBron James is producing, and his sister said, why don't you do it just for fun? And he did it. He auditioned. We were like, geez, that guy's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Who is
good
that?
in it. It's amazing
And
that
he
he's a stud.
did these scenes, like when you have to do a real crying scene in a movie or something like that. I don't know about you. You cry a lot. I've seen that, but in real life, I don't cry that much. But on a movie set,
every day at 10 a.m.
when you have to cry in a scene, you're just like, oh my god, how the fuck is that going to happen? And whatever, you work hard. This Juancho did like 10 setups of different angles, blah, blah, blah. And he was just bawling, crying, and saying his lines perfect. I'm like, and he's a handsome fucking guy.
He's a good looking dude. I was trying not to say that, but he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good looking. He can cry. He's got everything.
He's got it all. It's game over.
6'9", crying, handsome motherfucker.
I know.
6'10" and a half, actually. Sobs like a baby every day.
I started getting
Sized
angry.
13 feet.
Dana, I will give you guys a tip. If you're ever in a movie and you have to cry and it's hard to, you fake it and then you go like this.
And get glassy.
That was the end of Tommy Boy.
He's obviously crying. That's good.
It does work. But
it's called great acting.
But Adam, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you feel like, because you had Uncut Gems, that was pretty good, right?
Yes, thank you, Dana.
So then I saw that, and then I see this one. It seems like you're I don't know, and the murder mystery movie. I mean, you're on a roll. I mean, are you feeling like you're more comfortable
since high
acting
school.
now? Are you changing up stuff because you seem to be at this other level, or is it just from doing it so much?
I think I'm getting older, more opportunities. Guys like the Safdie brothers.
Yes.
The Safdie brothers, who your brother, he kind of worked with them as
helped them get going.
Helped them get going.
They're great friends with Andy, and I met them, 12 years ago. They were talking about Uncut Gems then. Uncle
We're trying to
Jones.
get that going. Yeah.
I was sort of the muse for Justin because I met him 12 years ago. Uncle Jones. Yeah. But those guys are super cool, very good.
They're
they
great.
did. I think they did a Kate Spade commercial that Andy
Is that
wrote.
how you guys met?
Yeah, and I think Andy wrote an idea and they did it, and then it somehow went to the Cannes Film Festival, and then they did a movie called I think Daddy Longlegs after that.
Yeah,
maybe.
an incredible
And then
movie.
they just kept getting. They were just better and better and better, and
Yes.
did yours, and maybe one day you'll do another one with them. They're
Yes,
fucking great
gonna
guys.
make another one. They're writing another one right now. But I lucked out. I'm getting to do all this great stuff. Noah Baumbach, PTA.
Yeah.
They all hooked me up. They all wrote great stuff. They asked me to be in it. Jim Brooks.
Paul
all
Thomas.
these-
Goddamn.
I
Yeah,
lucked
Jim.
out. Yeah, Paul Thomas.
And then you
Anderson.
just get more relaxed over time, right?
You get
Or more in the pocket. Or,
You get. I guess I'm getting. I just did a movie with Johan Renck, and he did Chernobyl. He did the series
the
Chernobyl.
series, brilliant.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
incredible. And I played an astronaut in it, and the guy is fucking crazy in the movie and going through a lot of pain. And I went, yeah, just fucking do it and go and try your hardest. So that's all I do. I try my best, and the ones that don't work, they go, all right, we got to cut around that. But but I try to get as good as I can, and they make it work.
Is it ever scary because these guys do great movies or great TV show, and PTA obviously one of the
Paul
best,
Thomas Anderson.
one of the best ever.
Yes.
And then,
Really
but you
is.
know PTA a little bit. But if you get lucky enough, you're paired up with some great director, and usually on sets like Grown Ups, those kind of movies, you have more of a say.
Yeah.
But if you have to kind of keep quiet somewhat, not totally, but and trust them. And do you ever get a feeling where you're like, I don't even know if this guy knows what the fuck's going on? I mean, that must be scary.
These guys,
Because they're so good, but you go, it's going to work. They know what they're doing. That must be hard.
You
though.
just go. You just give yourself to them because you know they're great, and you read the script, and you just don't want to let them down, and you jump in their world, and it is neat. It's neat. Not. I always feel more comfortable doing comedy. I'm always more at ease going, all right, we're going to go make a movie and have a great time and try to come up with the best jokes and make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
Love that. I'll love that the rest of my life, just like you guys. We're addicted to that. But the other stuff I'm getting to do, it's awesome. I know you both would crush at that also. It's just different. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a different day in the trailer. You don't go, what the fuck? Let me come up with a joke. You're kind of sitting there going, oh, I got to get in this mood right now.
Well, the jokes are kind of crutchy because you know how to do it. And if you have a scene that's not working, you go, I think we can figure a way out of this if we think of a joke or way out, which is what you do a lot on a comedy. But in these, you're like, this is just connecting. It's part of connecting the dots of the bigger picture. So not a lot has to happen right here. And it's hard to trust that.
That's
So
true.
just do what it is. They'll figure. I mean, sometimes they add music or something, and you go, "Oh, I see what they did. It's perfect."
Yeah,
But
that's true,
You don't
man.
know when you're doing it.
And then when you're doing it and it's not right, those guys tell you, whoa, 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 whoa. And you go, whoa. And you feel stupid for a second. You go, oh, I was giving you a little extra. And they're like, calm down, calm down.
Juice it up a bit there.
You're making it real good for the people. And they go, no.
Yeah. Believe me, they want to see.
Those are the brothers, right?
The Safdie brothers, they're
Safdie
brothers.
brothers.
And
Uncut Gems.
Ronnie.
Dana, what else do you have for Adam? We got to take a few questions. We
I don't know.
keep all
I
night.
do think it's kind of cool that you did. There's so many movies, obviously. We talked to Drew Barrymore about 50 first
I heard
dates.
that. That was
very
sweet.
sweet.
Drew was great. Drew gave you answers that were incredible every time. Doesn't Drew automatically take even a half a question and she fucking goes?
And she poetically does a 7-minute
Yeah,
answer.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Beginning, middle, and end of every story.
She goes, I'm going to guess your next 3 questions, and here's the answers. When I went to SNL, we were like, okay, made it easier.
just
That was
Funny Mike
amazing. Her
Truth.
talking about being a little kid on SNL.
Oh, I know. Yeah. At age 7.
By the way,
hosting.
I've listened to, I think, every episode of your show.
You
man.
have?
I fucking love this show. It's the best.
yeah.
Jeez, I'm so happy for both of you. It's the greatest.
Well, it's fun to do because, we don't get to hang out with our friends that much. So this is
know.
our chance to,
I know, right.
The other one I wanted to ask you, did anger management? So you got to work with Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Unreal.
And
was-
really got to know him.
Yes.
And you told a funny story about peanut butter, just hanging out at his house.
Oh yeah. That's right, man. My first day over Nicholson's, I got there and and he keeps the house dim, and so I'm sitting in this chair and Jack's sitting in this chair. We're facing each other, about 5 feet away from each other, and we're talking and shit. And I'm going. It's dark enough that I'm going in my head. I don't think this is Jack Nicholson. I think like they brought out a fake one to talk to me and see if I'm okay to talk to the real one. So I'm just going like this, and he's like talking quietly, and it doesn't sound like the impression everybody does, or whatever. Hey man, let me tell you something. It's not like that. It's kind of like, yeah, man. It's kind of quiet and cool, and was saying, man, I don't know. He just has a cooler voice, but I was not really believing it was him. And then I do like an hour of that, and then at the end of it, he goes, "You hungry?" or something like that. I said, "Yeah, I could eat." He goes, "You want a sandwich?" And I said, yeah, that sounds great, man. And he's like, PB&J. And I go, that's fucking great. And then he gets up and walks away. And then he turns around, he looks at me and he goes, Skippy or Jiff?
That sounds like...
I thought also that you went outside for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
And you're outside. He came out and he held up the jars.
Oh, that's what it was.
Said Skippy or Jiff.
That's right,
such
man.
a funny image.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember your stories.
Yeah,
that was
you're
a very
better than me, man.
I ran into him with Lauren, of course, with Lauren, and we had dinner, and he goes, and he's come. There's an empty seat. Is this stupid?
No.
Okay, so Lauren goes, we're gonna have some spaghetti, and I was with Rosie. She's over there. I was over here. There's an empty seat, and Lauren sits here. So there's an empty seat, and Jack sits next to Rosie, and he starts talking. And then he goes, "One time, I went to the MTV Awards or something, He goes, I ran out, and it was so dark. I got in the wrong limo, and I sat down, and everyone just stared at me, and it was Nirvana." And he goes, we're just, and we're in the wrong limo. I go, uh-oh. And then she goes, did they not know who you were? And he goes, well, that's never happened. Someone didn't know who he was.
Could I tell a quick Nicholson one?
Yeah.
Related to SNL. So Phil Hartman and John Lovitz and I are playing the Par 3 in Studio City. So
Whitsett.
Yeah, Whitsett. So we're on the green. We wave the guy on, and he shoots it out of bounds, and he walks over. We realize it's Nicholson.
Right.
So he walks up, and Phil Hartman had dubbed his voice in the movie The Border because they couldn't get a hold of Nicholson. And he feels very respectful, and he goes, Mr. Nicholson, I dubbed your voice in the movie The Border. One beat, and he goes, no wonder it was my only stinker.
That's a good one, yeah.
As a joke.
Stinker.
All right, let's take some questions real quick. We'll get Adam out of here.
By the way, just so you know, before Nicholson did anger management, he called Lorne to see if it was. He had Lorne read the script.
Oh, really?
He goes, I've just got to make sure.
See if it was funny or something?
Yeah, he goes, I like
really?
it. It makes me laugh, and let me just let
that's
Lorne.
cool.
He goes, he is the man. And Lorne
I skimmed it.
He went through it and gave it the blessing. So I owe Lorne for that too.
We owe Lauren a lot.
Yes.
And Lauren, you appreciate Lauren more and more every year you're away from the show. When he has to deal with the egos, the politics, keeping the sensibility in a certain frequency. Because if he left, it could turn into hee-haw in a second.
Oh, man.
I mean, he likes smart. He likes big laughs. So there's a lot of respect for Lauren Michaels.
Very true.
Yeah. All right, how are we going to do Q&A? How do we do it? Oh, they line up over there? Okay, line up with him. If anybody has a question, we'll do a couple, and then we'll get to...
Greg Holtzman.
We'll get you guys to the other 300 shows tonight. All right, here we go.
Hi there.
Oh, we're starting.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, young man.
Hey, buddy. Thank you. So I was wondering, you were talking about like childhood things that you remember. What was the first like extravagant purchase you made when you sort of made it big?
That's a question. That's a good one. I got my leather jacket that you remember.
The black leather
I got
jacket.
a Police Academy movie, and I bought a $400 leather jacket that was too heavy, but I couldn't give it up. It was like a motorcycle one, and it hurt my neck, but I wanted to wear it. And then I think I wore it to the Improv when I was around Adam, and
The first thing you ever said to me was, "Can you unzipper me?"
can you help me get it off and I have to lay down now? That was it. Mine was leather jacket. Dana, what do you got?
What'd you get?
With my own money that I bought. I think I went out. My father had a dark green and light green 78 Cadillac Fleetwood or some shit when I was in high school. And my first big move, I went out to an old Cadillac place. They didn't have that color, but I got that same Caddy and had them painted that color. That was like my big first move.
That's cool. That's
big
better.
rich boy. How about you?
Can I change mine?
You must have got more than a leather jacket based on your home sales recently. Sorry, he did well. David invested well.
Yes.
What'd
you get?
My wife and I did a silly thing. We walked in Encino. We walked into a Mercedes dealership and we bought Mercedes cars, like $100,000 cars. I bought a convertible coupe and I drove it for like a week and it had a plastic windshield. Like, what the fuck? So I took it back and got a sedan. That was just during my German phase. I have a Volvo now. It's very non-sexy.
What a loser. Go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the origins of your trademark, Adam Sandler voice, but you kind of already answered that.
Yeah.
But so my next question is, do your daughters do like an Adam Sandler impression? Like, do ever go like, they're all gonna laugh at you or whatever?
They don't do that. They don't know that album yet, but they do both do the
Oh yeah, I've seen them do that.
They do that. That's it. Every time I'm trying to be funny and it doesn't work, they go, That's funny that you asked that.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Sorry, I'm shorter. Hi guys.
Hi.
Big fan. My name is Shalise. I'm from Houston.
Nice to see you, buddy.
So my question is, what out of all the films you guys have, if you guys can go back and do a sequel to any of y'all's previous films, what would it be?
Shit.
Wayne's World 3. Wayne's
World 3.
Garth at 60. Wayne, I gotta get some Flomax.
Flomax.
I don't know if it would work. Go ahead, Adam. Well, you've done so many movies. What would be the sequel?
What was the, I can't think of the name right now, you did with Cage and Lovitz.
Oh, Trapped in Paradise.
Trapped in Paradise.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to just work with Nicolas Cage.
That was a tough shoot, wasn't
We
it?
fell down in the snow and we just...
You were doing Brad Gray in that, right?
I was doing Brad Gray and Mickey Rourke. I don't know what you're doing, but I wouldn't do it, counselor.
I was doing Mickey Rourke. The studio flew in from LA. We were in the middle of the woods in Canada and said, you got to stop doing that.
Really?
Yeah. But Nicolas Cage said, I would do it anyway. He was a great character.
I guess that's it, right? I don't know.
What would you do a sequel to? You have so many movies.
No idea. I
too many.
liked them all. I liked doing Grown Ups with Davey because we all hung out. We had
that was a great one.
Those grown-ups could work. Yeah, three. Three.
Well, whatever it is, I like to do it with. It's always great when you're with your friends. Grown Ups, we literally got to do this every day.
That was a
Sit in
funnest.
chairs, hang out, try to be funny, and cut around it.
Yeah, that thing's been keeping the lights on at TBS for the last 7 years. It's on heavy rotation.
Yeah,
but I love it. I loved Grown Ups. That was
a
great memories.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question.
Thank you.
Cheers, you guys are wonderful. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, man.
My question, I suppose you guys have written for so many different, wonderful projects in both film and TV, and of course on Saturday Night Live. And my question was, do you think that to properly, master that sort of craft, do you think it's writing as much as you can, every day is really the proper way to get to a point where you feel comfortable with your writing? Or
That's
do you
good.
think also, I suppose, do you think it's also helpful to try and collaborate with other people that you know you'd work well with, or something?
Sounds a little like John Mulaney. This guy. I would say if I would take that, my first answer would be, if it's stand up, just get as much stage time as you can, and if it's writing, I think it's just more is better. Collaborating or writing by yourself, just anything you can do until something sticks, I would say.
Right. I remember I lived with Apatow when I was young.
Judd, great writer.
And Apatow, he was the first one of us that would write.
Yeah, he was smart about it.
He used to sit in his room and write skits all the time for Saturday. He wasn't on Saturday Night Live, but he would write kind of skits.
And he would collaborate with people, and he was smart. He made himself like a producer because that was a valuable thing to help someone do what they're doing, Jim Carrey or you.
Well, I would say, what is your name?
My name is Ambrose.
Okay.
All right, Ambrose.
That's all right.
It's a cool name.
That's a great Chardonnay. No, anyway. Ambrose, I would just say initially that seems like too much pressure to me to try to go in a room and stuff. If you're a comedy writer, just write everything down. That's what George Carlin said. So if you're out with your friends, a lot of times just taking a walk or going to a movie, someone will say something. Make sure you either record it or write it down. And just do it spontaneously all the time. And your headset gets into that.
Yeah, it's hard to just sit and write and be funny. It happens all day. And if you just write it when it happens and don't say you'll remember it later because you won't. So just write it. And then you collect it and go, is there anything here? Is there anything here? That stuff's very valuable.
You basically only need to write 5 good jokes your whole life, and then, like David, you use that the rest of your life.
In different ways. Yeah. It's a Spade roast.
It's all right. Thank you guys so much.
Good luck.
Thank you, Ambrose.
All right. What do we got, boss?
Ambrose.
Hi. I have a favor to ask you guys. It's my nephew's 15th birthday, and I was born.
Go ahead.
It was my nephew's 15th birthday today, and I was wondering if I could make a video of you guys saying happy birthday to him.
Imagine if we said no and meant it.
Yeah. You know when to ask.
Take your video.
No, it's fine.
Well, what's his name?
What's his
Roll it.
name?
Nicholas.
And we're going to say,
Or do you want us to film it and then send it to you?
The whole theater sings happy birthday to Nicholas.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicholas. Happy birthday to you. Nicholas. Thank you.
Trying to harmonize a little bit.
And it's my niece. Oh, sorry.
Hey there, guys. My name. Holy shit!
It's testosterone, man.
My name is Al, and I want to say that it's my grandma's dying, and it's her birthday today. And if we could sing happy birthday to her, that would be incredible.
All right.
What has changed, Nicholas?
What's her name?